me, she on it. She feeling me, she love me, they loving me, she on it. She telling me, it's only me, she love me, she on it. She calling me, I'm telling you, I'm on it. She telling me, she feeling me, she love me, she on it. She telling me, she's only me, she love me, she on it. She calling me, I'm telling you, I'm on it. So calling me, I'm telling you, I'm on it.
Listen to me, man. You got a problem with me? Meet me in the parking lot right now. I ain't playing, but listen, I'm not that mad like that. I'm just letting you know you can't see me in the parking lot. All my brothers is here.
Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to sound all seductive and that. My brother, ayo, gang shit. Young guys had me the fucking.
Yo, what's up? If you're with us in the chat, we're gonna get started here very shortly. Make sure you submit your music if you haven't already by hitting !submit or !skip. If you're with us in the chat on YouTube, same thing over there, you as well. Just make sure you use the chat commands to pull up all those auto things that will help you figure out what to do. This song has been on repeat for me the last week or so. What's up, Chris? Welcome back to the chat. We're gonna get started here very shortly. If you guys are in the chat, make sure you hit !submit to figure out how to submit your music to stream tonight. We'll get going real shortly.
My tummy's too bloated. Cry baby, I'm slightly a cokehead. Okay, I lied, I'm massively a cokehead. I'm in the bath, I'm in a laugh. I better grab an off and I stole it, yeah. Speeding the car, doing the fast, within my past, and I oversteered. I'm feeling the buzz, what in the fuck? Vision is done, I'm not even here. Go for a split, let the green.
Dre Lee, welcome back to the chat. If you're watching with us, what's up? How have you been? How's the week been? Let us know in the chat. What are you excited about that's dropping tonight? We got new Antone now dropping from Genius Distro, so that's what I'm excited about tonight. We're gonna get started here real shortly. We're just gonna give the community a couple more minutes to get in here. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch or YouTube. That is gonna be the best way to watch the stream. I mean, you can kind of hear the music this way, but it's much better if you're on Twitch or YouTube because you can hear all the music in high quality, so you can give your feedback as well while we're listening to these songs. That is one of the big parts of the stream. We want to make sure that you guys know. You know, we're always trying to listen to everything in high quality so we can give high quality feedback as well. So come join us if you have not already. We'll be live for the next couple of hours, listening to your music, giving feedback, saving songs to the playlist, following artists as well. As always, if you want to guarantee your song gets played on stream today, the best thing you can do is do the paid skip queue. It's $5 for a regular paid skip, $10 for a super skip. Super skip just gets you pushed higher up the queue, but either one of them will guarantee you get played before the end of stream today. Kev says, just submitted 3 new tracks to drop as singles over the next few weeks/month. I'm very excited about that. It is exciting. Congratulations. Taraj. That's all right, man. I appreciate you. If you want to submit, make sure you submit in Nero. We did switch up the skip queue just a little bit to make it a little bit easier and just keep track of everything better. So if you do want to get in the skip queue, just make sure you follow those instructions in the chat as well. We're going to get started here in a minute. Hello. Happy Thursday. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm tired as fuck. It's been a very long week. But we're gonna have a good stream tonight. I'm excited. I feel it. I feel it in my gut. It's gonna be a good stream. We're gonna find some good music. We're gonna have some cool things. I'm well, Taraj. I really can't complain. I am. This week has been a long week. It's Indie Week in New York, so for anybody who knows, you know, about what Indie Week is, it's basically a music conference, right? Like, not too different from, like, Music Biz or, like, South by Southwest in a way, too. Nihil, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Happy Thursday. So this week in New York, all of the indie, like, A2IM, which is the American Association of Independent Music, they had like that whole conference this week. So like everyone's been in town. It's been a lot of meetings outside, a lot of like being all over the city, a lot of events that I've had to go to this week as well. So I am so fucking tired. I can't even lie. We got an Antone release tonight too that I've been working. So I'm literally over here just, I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight once I make sure that this release has gone out everywhere properly. And then this weekend, it's going to be hard to get me to move. I'm going to be real. What have you guys been up to, though? Let us know in the chat. We're going to get started here shortly. We're going to give the community just a couple more minutes to get in here as well and send that music if they haven't. Lola Menthol, welcome to the chat. It was nice to meet you in person. If any of you did see me outside this week, it's great to meet you guys in person. I do love it. We're still trying to figure out how we can do some more in real life events. But one thing I do want to flag is tomorrow we are doing a free Q&A in the Discord, actually, with Ben Lockyer, also known as Ben Lawyer, who is an entertainment attorney who's honestly works with like a bunch of people. He's worked with a bunch of people. It's really tight. But tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time, this time tomorrow, we're going to be doing a free Q&A in the Discord. So if you guys have questions, you've been trying to ask a lawyer, if you're trying to learn more about the legal aspects of the music industry, make sure you tap in, make sure you come join us. It's free to join the Discord. It's free to join the Q&A. It's free to ask questions. The whole shit is free. So I don't know why you wouldn't take advantage of it. It's a great way for you to learn more about what you guys are doing and hopefully be able to get questions answered for you in a way that actually helps you figure out how to, be self-sufficient as well. So go, all right, go join the Discord. If you aren't in the Discord and you need an invite, all you got to do is hit !Discord during the chat at any point of the stream, and it'll pull that up, and you'll be able to go join us as well. If you don't follow us on Kayvan's House, another thing you should go do is go follow us there. We just dropped a new content piece today of the songs that we found in the comments. This is another free way for you to submit music for playlisting and for content. Literally all I need you to do, artist name, song title in the comment. It doesn't have to be your music. It can be a friend of yours. It can be a song that you like that you think I'd like. It could be a client of yours. I don't care. I'm just trying to find new music and playlist new music, make content about artists I've fucked with. So go follow us on Kayvan's House too. We'll be announcing more live Q&A sessions that we'll be doing with music industry professionals this year. We'll have more advice from artists for rising artists, which will help you guys figure out what you can do from people who are doing the same things as well. Songs that we found on stream every single week. If you are submitting music here tonight, it is automatically being considered for this content and for this playlist series, so make sure you submit. And like I said, if you have new music that's dropping or you have new music that has dropped, if you send it to me here, I'm probably not going to remember on release day because I listen to so much music every week. But what you can do is put it in our release calendar. It's just a Google form. You'll fill it out. It'll go to a spreadsheet. I check that myself every Friday. So if you put your releases in there, I'm going to see them. I'm not going to miss them. I'm going to put them in the playlist if I like them. That's the whole point. Keep me up to date. You got to keep sending your music to people if you want them to support you, because we're not always going to know amongst the flood of other music that's coming out, right? But that's a weekly playlist update. If you weren't here this week, you did miss a Digitalog After Dark party on Wednesday. We had a great time. Met a bunch of people last night too, and there was a lot of people from the community out there, which is beautiful to see. We have our Discover Monthly playlist, which updates every month too. It's just a lot of, we're just trying to support you guys as many ways as we can. So make sure you take advantage of all those free things. The reason that we do it is so that you have these resources, and if you have friends who are looking for this kind of stuff too, feel free to send it to them. It's literally open invite, free to anybody who wants it. It's just there for you guys. So yeah, get in there. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be in the Discord with Ben Lockyer, just answering questions for the community, okay? All right, what do we do here? I'm not going to give you a whole fucking intro because people don't want that anymore. But 2 hours, every Monday, every Thursday, we sit, we listen to music, we playlist songs, follow artists, give feedback on the music as well. So if you are in the chat, we want to know what you think of the songs. Please just be respectful to each other. That's the only thing that I'll ask. We definitely want feedback. The feedback is a good thing, right? So tell us what you think of the songs. If you hear something you like, tell us what you like. If you hear something that you think could be better, talk about how it could be better. All right? Boom. Yeah, I got you, Taraj. Just for the future, though. Like, if you can keep it in the Nero, it's just cheaper also. You know what I mean? That's why I've been trying to push everybody towards the Nero thing, because I could just make it cheaper for everybody, so it's not like, some streamers are like charging like $50 to submit music. That's crazy to me. So wanted to just try to bring the price down, make it more accessible for everybody. We do have our Super Skip queue, which is a guaranteed play. It pushes you to the top, 4 or 5 slots, whatever it is, how many we get. Every 5 paid skips, we'll do a free one, and then regular skips are a guaranteed play as well. So if you do a regular skip, that's $5. If you do a super skip, that's $10. Either way, you will get played before the end of the stream. Every 5 paid skips, we'll pick somebody up at random and bump them up the queue. And then, yeah, that's kind of how we do things in here, man. You guys are going to see how it goes. It's mad chill. But if you do want to support, if you want to tell your friends to come hang out, you can hit this tweet link. You can just send an invite to people if you want to. We're happy to have as many artists, producers, creatives, A&Rs, managers, curators, whoever cares about finding new music. That's what we want in here. This is about music discovery and doing it as a community as well, okay? All right, we're going to get started with this first one from Bipolar called Commercial Break. If you guys don't know who Bipolar Polar is, you should definitely check him out, especially if you're a rising artist, and especially if you are making music and pushing music as well. Because Bipolar is not just an artist himself, but he's also a music curator. PXPOLAR on Instagram. I would definitely go check him out. Like, he does a lot of interviews with artists. He does playlisting. He is outside. You'll see him outside. Super nice guy. We've done some collab playlists together. We've done some collab content in the past. But definitely go follow him as well. This is a song of his called Commercial Break, so let us know what you think. He left us a note that said a lot of people told me I'd sound great on a drill song, but because I don't talk about normal drill topics, decided to try it on a drill beat. Sample from Lofe. Leve? I think it's Leve. I'm not sure. Also, I hope you remember the Mazda commercials from early 2000s. I added the tagline. We're going to find out. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. Welcome to the community, Amari, as well. It's great to meet you. If you are in here and you want to submit, just make sure you use the link on Nero. And if you want to skip the queue, $5 regular skip, $10 super skip. Both guarantee you get played on stream before the end of stream today, okay?
You trying to put fear in my
Let us know what you think.
But I don't scare easy. I got tricks all in my sleeve, so don't get pick peasy. If I had to kill, it's you first. I gotta do me. Ayo, Scooby, what we doing? Oh, we rolling.
This is actually a super interesting drill beat as well.
Only see in movies.
It doesn't feel like a classic drill beat.
Ain't on Tubi. I call her a nasty girl the way she do me. She a monster, so she going zoom zoom. I'm going way past the
Oh yeah, the zoom zoom. I do remember the zoom zoom.
Gonna take you to your doom. Now this town ain't big enough.
Hey.
I need some more room.
Hey.
Get to step in before I draw like a cartoon. This shit child's play. I know where you stay. I know you keep another key. I'm in your place. Try to take me out. Shotguns and band mates. I'm the man in the woods.
Sean or Matthew says Kevin Hamster, get this guy on Blush. He's got a really nice voice. That's one of the things I do like. The vocals do feel a little raw. Like, it definitely feels like it could they could be processed just a little bit more, but at the same time, bars wise, delivery wise, I do like this a lot. I do like how the vocal sits so much on top of the production. That is a good thing. Like, the vocal really does cut through in the mixer. But one thing that I would say, and this is maybe just more about the production side than the vocal side, because the vocal mix actually feels pretty good. Outside of feeling maybe just a little raw still, like, I feel like you could use a little bit more effect work on that. Just a touch, you know what I mean? Just to kind of give it like a little what's the fucking word that I'm looking for? A little sauce, just a little sauce on top. Let's sprinkle a little sauce on top. But the thing with the production is that the sample is kind of loud, so it clashes with the vocal at times. And then the sub and some of those rhythmic elements that you would kind of expect from a drill song to be a little bit more boomy also felt maybe just a little bit quieter than they should. So those are probably the only things that I'd really point towards. You know what I mean? I think you could maybe just increase the volume on the production, specifically on that low end of rhythmic section, a bit more. You could probably carve out a bit more space from the sample for the vocal to cut through. But I will say, tone, amazing, writing really good, overall energy of the song, good. But yeah, the one thing I would say is just for a more traditional drill production style, I feel like we lacked a little bit of that low end that really would have made it like just boom a little bit more. And that's it. That's the only thing I can really point towards. Hold on 1 second, live right now. Marcus Smithy, thank you for the sub. I do appreciate it. If you are in the chat and you want to submit or skip the queue, just make sure you read the instructions by hitting !submit or !skip, and that is going to tell you how to do that as well. We do just run everything through Nero for the fact of it making everything streamlined and easy. So just make sure you do everything in there so we can get through as many songs as possible. Again, BXPOLAR. Make sure you send him your music as well. Seriously, tap in. Dude's in New York. He's great. All right. Up next, we've got Louis. More music on the way. House in the Hills. I'm not sure if it's Louis or Lou. Either way. Okay. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're turning up already. I don't even know if I have the energy for turning up like this, but we're going to do it. I do kind of fuck with this. Let us know what you think in the chat. Ugh. This beat is crazy. First off, video is really solid because it doesn't need to be the most complex thing ever. Love the mix between the VHS effect and the higher quality visual too. Good edit. It's a really good edit on the video here. Visuals fire. This is tough, says Sean. I will say the sub is maybe a touch louder on this one than it should be. It is fire. The video is super interesting and engaging. It does keep you like in it and watching, which the colors are already good. The color grading is really nice on the video too. Now the beat is hard. The mix on the beat is maybe a little, it could be maybe a little bit more balanced, I think, between the low end and some of those other melodic elements, but especially when I've got both, because I have this one kind of sitting over here, right? But when I have both on, that's maybe the one thing that I will say about that bass line. It does come in real hard, like a little overpowering at times. It's really nice when it drops out and that vocal's there with this kind of like high pitch, like really good. Video, exceptional. Video is definitely the standout piece for me on this one. But I really like the song too. I'm gonna go save that really quickly. No, that's the wrong DistroKid link, fam. All right, we gotta go find this on Spotify. Louis, House in the Hills. I did really like this. We're gonna put the song in the playlist. It's gonna be our first one to add to the playlist today. And yeah, I can't believe, I don't know if I've heard this artist before. Let's go follow him on social as well. I definitely want to keep up. Luimid, Lumid. No, we have listened to this artist before. Tough though. I like that. Good shit, says Dedrick. I don't disagree. Chat, let us know what you think as always. Eddie, we're back, bro. We made it. There was a huge internet outage across the board today on everything. Google was down. The internet is resurrected. I couldn't get into my Google account. I couldn't get into my Nero account. I couldn't get into shit. I couldn't do anything. Spotify wasn't working. Nothing was working. We were back. The internet decided that it wanted to bless us and let us stream today. So we are here. Eddie, I was talking to Shymeen about you earlier on today as well. And we had just nothing but great things to say about Nero, bro. Fucking awesome platform. We love this thing so much. I love Dior Dez up next. Shout out Kayvan, man. Love this guy. Hey, bro. I appreciate you, Dior. This is I Love. Yeah, she's great, man. Also, always awesome to connect with other people from the UK in general. Like, that's a thing for me. Let us know what you think in the chat. I love Dior Dez. We got 2 more, and we'll do our first free skip of the evening. Thanks for the follow, Jay Hitter.
Oh, friend.
And as always, if you guys have music industry questions, feel free to ask in the chat. I'm always happy to answer questions, guys.
Hey, what you love about me, little shorty? Can you tell me something? I've been lucky for a minute.
It's been a minute since we've heard some Dior Dez, bro. How you been?
I know I'm the shiller nigga, I'm my mother's son. I got bitches in my DMs trying to get
I think on this one, for me, the vocal mix could still use a little bit of work. And welcome to the chat. If you are one of the 30 people who is with us right now, just make sure you submit using Nero if you have not already. We'll be live for the next hour and 20 minutes listening to new music and giving feedback. You can guarantee you get played on the stream today if you want to. I love the songwriting on this. I love the melody choices. FanLab's phone mix. That is the only thing that I could point towards on this vocal mix. Just a little bit more polishing, I think. I don't know if you're done with it yet or not, but that's probably the first thing that I'd point out. Flipping that for this hook is hilarious. What did we flip? Valentine says, I love.
Hey, what you love about me, little shorty? Can you tell me something? I've been low-key for a minute, I've been stacking funds. Now it's time to deal.
It's got a nice bounce to it.
Hey, I know I'm the shit, little nigga, I'm my mother's son. I got bitches in my DMs trying to give me time. I smoke petrol gas for real, you cannot hear my blunt. In that Lambo, you're speeding, I don't pull no stats. I love those games.
Hula Mas, welcome back to the chat. It's nice to see you, bro. How you been? We've switched up the submissions and the skip a little bit, so just make sure you read the instructions in the chat for the new ways to get your music guaranteed. Chest Pain by Malcolm Todd. Is this a clip of Chest Pain by Malcolm Todd? Oh shit. It is, like, outside of the mix, I agree with Kev. Outside of the mix, I do fuck with this heavily. You get this mix down, you get it polished up, I think it's gonna be in a really good place. when this does come out, as long as this mix is right, it's going in the playlist because I do like the song itself. And I think it's probably one of the better songs that we've heard from you, which is great. That means you're developing. That means you're growing. It's just the mix, I think, on this one that needs a little bit more polishing just to get it to that level, get it to that cleanliness. You know what I mean? There's just some inconsistencies, I think, with the volume, and then maybe a little clipping on the vocal here and there as well. So just listen out for some of those things. But really solid effort, man. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Easy to listen to. Good flip of the Malcolm Todd song. I didn't even realize that's what it was. So good shit. Good shit. Let's keep it going. Spill My Cup. Sean Matthews up next. Dropping on the 26th as part of a 2-pack. Would love to hear your thoughts, and feedback is appreciated. So make sure you let us know what you think in the chat. Taraj is an engineer. Kev's an engineer. Both of them are very good. Feel free to hit either of them up if you're looking for engineers to mix things, all right? There's people in this community who want to mix your shit, especially if it's good, and especially if you have even a small budget. You know what I mean? It's good. It's good for all of them. So make sure you tap in. If you are looking for engineers, producers, writers, artists to work with, make sure you tap into the Discord community because there's a bunch of all of those types of people in there and a bunch of people who are trying to collaborate and work with other people too, all right? Been good. Hope the same for you. I figured it out and put in a super sign. Let's go. Let's go. Charles says, for all work with budgets, man, I just like to work. It's good practice for all the artists out there who are also learning how to engineer and mix other people's shit. It's great practice, all right? Spill My Cup. Sean Matthews, let us know what you think in the chat. One more paid skip, and then we'll do a free one, all right? Right, it was a good song. Objectively a good song minus the mix. Oh. Okay, Sean. All right, Sean. We're gonna have to pull up the soundboard for this one. Started real smooth. Stats Harlem says I like the song, this vibe though. Yes. Yes. We're gonna rewind because I loved this moment right here. That's such a nice little drop right there. Such a nice detail. Yeah, I had to rewind for that section. Kick is maybe a touch loud, ever so slightly. It's knocking, but it's the details. A lot of things I love about this one. Great guitar tone. Only Valentine says this is so good. Lots of positive comments in the chat from you guys. Dedrick says summertime drive shit. I like this. This is very cool. It like kind of hits those hyperpop moments, especially with the guitar. Devin Blake, I'm not sure if you submitted in Nero. Yes, you should be able to see where you're at in the queue though in Nero too. Stat says I want to see that visualizer now. Textures. Yeah, I do love a guitar that's like this. A guitar like this will get me, and the tone is perfect on the guitar too.
You have the guts to fail. If you don't fail,
real easy to listen to. Honestly, the arrangement was nice. Little great details with the rhythmic aspects and the production. The little drops. The arrangement is probably one of my favorite parts about this one. 100%. We'll pull up the socials in a second, Amari. Don't worry. Lumit, don't worry. I fuck with the song heavy, man. The VOD is up on YouTube too after stream, so you'll be able to see it whenever you want. You actually could maybe even pull up the YouTube and go back in time if you wanted to. Sam Obama, what's up? This is Sean Matthews, the Sean Matthews with a W on Instagram. Only one T, not Matt Hughes, but Matthews. All right, the Sean Matthews, very, very dope. That one's called Spill My Cup. It's gonna be part of a 2-pack that's dropping soon. Well, make sure you let us know when it does drop. We'll definitely be playlisting that one. Super easy, nice listen. Really love the production. Really love the vocal tone on it. Lots of positives. 1T. Just 1T in Matthew. Saturdays with Joe by Stats Harlem 122. Excited to share my latest joint I have coming out next month called Saturdays with Joe, featuring my brother Des Luciano. Gritty, nostalgic player rap that captures the pride, pain, and perseverance of growing up in New York City. We wanted to blend that classic hip-hop sample filled with witty, reflective bars and cool, confident energy that makes you nod your head and think. This one's personal. It's about becoming the best version of yourself no matter where you come from. Proud of the storytelling, the vibe, and the chemistry you brought to it. Hope it hits for y'all the same way that it does for us. All right. Mostly a very good pitch here, all right? The one thing that I will say about this pitch, because I've been talking about people's pitches recently when they send in these notes, and it's something I think about because I do a lot of pitching. So we wanted to blend that classic hip hop sample feel with witty, reflective bars and cool, confident energy. I would cut witty, reflective bars and cool, confident energy entirely from this. Classic hip hop sample feel with what is the next part of that. So usually I would try and point towards, all right, like what are the other kind of like thematic, overarching sound, sonic things that I can pull in? So is it, you know, is it like an R&B kind of like drum rhythmic pattern? Is it like high tempo? I feel like when you get into like witty, reflective bars, cool, confident energy, unfortunately, I feel like those are descriptions that a lot of people use for a lot of music, and sometimes it doesn't even really apply to the music. So generally, I'll try and stay away from adjectives like that because I just feel like it doesn't really tell me much about the song because everyone says that basically. So I try to get super intent with like, all right, like this is what I'm trying to sell you here. So I'll usually use kind of like, all right, this is like this artist. You could check out, like, you know what I mean? Like it's comparable to something this artist would make from this era of their releases. So in some cases it'll be like, yeah, like I would compare this to like Joey Badass and like an All-American Badass era. Or I had a song recently where I was like, yeah, this reminds me of Kendrick, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, Good Kid, Mad City kind of era of music. And I feel like that kind of shit tells people what to expect without describing it in a way that feels maybe a little bit more vague. But yes, we did listen to you, Bipolar. Don't worry, you were the first one who played tonight, and I shouted out the socials and told everyone to send you music too. So if you get an influx of music submissions, sorry, but your song was dope.
Yeah.
I generally stay away from adjectives because I just don't feel like they actually describe anything. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's just too vague. Like they're too vague. So when I'm describing stuff, I'll just try and be like, this is what the song's about. You know what I mean? I'll show you guys a pitch in a second, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me pull it up.
God flow, this verse was heaven sent with holy intention.
Damn stats.
Divine intervention. I'm on a whole different plane if I forgot to mention.
So honestly, what I would have done on this pitch specifically, yeah, I immediately would have been like, if you fuck with Benny the Butcher and Griselda, you will like this song. This is the type of song that you will probably enjoy if you're a fan of one of those artists. And this is tough.
Running man coming through. Headlights, 100 bands.
And I probably would have made a Mick Jenkins comparison as well. But definitely like Griselda, Benny the Butcher kind of vibes. If you fuck with those artists, you'll like this artist. This is where it sits. Every other part of this pitch I think was really good. Stats Harlem 122 on Instagram. The mix on this is wonderful too. Really great job on this. And so this is coming out next month. Make sure you put it in our release calendar if you have the release date already locked in. So gritty, I love it. Yeah. And also another way, witty, reflective bars. You also could have said we wanted to blend that classic hip hop sample feel with like a gritty, raw delivery style. Cool, confident energy, I would maybe shift to being like a real, like, just the sound of New York or something. You know what I mean? Like something like that, where it's like we wanted to capture the sound of New York City and then maybe describe what New York City sounds like. You know, I feel like that's another way you could kind of approach the pitch. But I fuck with this, man. This is dope. Really good job. Great bar, great beat, great tone, great bars. All of this is good. Kev says, feel like I'm on the A train. That's a good description right there. Especially for New York specific people too, you know what I mean? It's like if you're pitching to someone from New York who grew up here, I feel like there's very like specific to New York things you could include in a pitch that will hook them in. Real solid, man. Great mix on this. It's actually, I don't really have any feedback on it at all. Most of my feedback is really just about the pitch itself. But even then, the pitch itself was pretty solid. It's just, yeah, I think in general, and here, let me just read you something. Let me quickly get into my email without giving you guys my email address. Hold on 1 second. All right. So, here, I don't think this is going to expose any information that you guys can't have. So this is like my pitch, right? Usually this is what one of my pitches will look like to curators. This might be a little blurry for you guys. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll read it to you. So, you know, usually I'll start out with just a little bit of a blurb. Hope you're doing well. Had a great weekend. Reaching out today with the next single from his upcoming EP releasing in September from our 17-year-old rapper, producer, and creator Antone, now titled Superstar Light. This is dropping tomorrow, so this is the one that I sent out this week, right? The young Florida-based rapper, producer, and creator has been putting in his work to get his name out there, already receiving co-signs from hip-hop veterans and rising stars alike, including Gene Doe, Static Selector, Loot, My Name's J-Max, Soulchild, The Genius, and members of Pivot Gang. He's also recently featured on Def Jam's DDK's new EP as well. This one is a much more introspective record than some of his past releases, but sits perfectly in that 070 Shake Tizo touchdown space. It's perfect for any alternative hip-hop centered playlist, any regional playlists that focus on artists from the South/Florida, and he's also of Cuban Dominican descent. Here's what Antone had to say about the song. Then we've got a quote from Antone. And then as we go further down, it's like private streaming link, pre-save stream link, and then recent updating marketing drivers. So like, you know, his last release, Fog, got editorial support from Amazon Music, Apple Music, and Tidal. Fog also received curator support from XYZ Curator, Genius, Ones to Watch, Fashionably Early, blah, 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 blah. And then we go into the previous single from that because we're in the middle of an album rollout. So Ride from his Grey Matter EP has seen a spike in streams recently, sitting at between 4 and 5K daily since May 27th. So really like detailed data points as well that you can kind of push towards. But in that first blurb, and usually what I'll do for like the shorter version that I'm sending out on social media is kind of take this top blurb, cut it down, and really just kind of stick to the thing. So this was really used this one's more introspective than some of his past releases, but sits in that 070 Shake Tizo touchdown space. And I feel like that kind of gives people an idea of musically what direction it's going in. So then it's up to them as to whether or not they want to get in there. But they're also suggesting genre-wise, subgenre-wise, maybe where this sits, what kind of playlist is good for. Sometimes just helps people like get it a little bit more. So that's what I usually do with pitching, is try to avoid the descriptions, the adjectives, and just kind of give people something that they can kind of go to and point to themselves just by sparking a memory of something that they've heard in the past. Or like it's positioning too. So like, where am I trying to position this artist? What audience do I want them in front of? You know what I mean? So that's a pitch advice I would give you. Like, it's the thing I do the most, like every day, week in, week out. Oi Boy and Float, Where You At? That's going to be our first free skip of the night. We'll get back into your paid skips in a minute, but this one is our first one. Melodic Sexy Drill, Jersey Drill, song released by Two Lost. Shout out to the homies at Two Lost. If you guys want 3 free months of distro with Two Lost, just to use that back end and check it out, you can if you use KH. That's our code. All right? Boom. Lyrics and performance, Japanese American lyrics are also part of Oi Boy beat production. Oh, you know what? I've listened to Oi Boy before, and I thought Oi Boy was fucking sick. So this is cool. I'm excited we get to share this one with you guys. Where you at? Let us know what you think in the chat. Lots of credits. Though I will say this bio does not tell me much about this artist.
Hey shawty, I'm in love with your face and your body. I'm in love with the way that you love me. Got me thinking that we caught in body. Hey shawty, time la hima nai kono ai.
Yes. Yes. I love a little Japanese rap. Huge soft spot for Japanese hip hop. Valentine, you got to figure out what those marketing drivers are. It doesn't just have to be streams or streaming data. It can be social data. So if you're making social media content and it's moving on socials, you can use that data as well. If you're getting cosigns, if you're being posted by other people, platforms, that kind of stuff helps as well. Stat says this feels really good. It does feel really good. The Japanese aspect's a real nice touch too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like a sucker for a bilingual song, because I think that is the future of music, is like incorporating different languages and bringing different cultures to really everything. It just expands your audience, you know what I mean? Oh, let us know what you think in the chat. If you're with us, we always want to know what you think of these songs. I love the growth of bilingual music as well, Kev. And also just like the collaborations, like the bilingual collaborations have been really, really cool too. Hey, hey, hey. That sine wave though, it's nice. The production on this is really good. Sass is dancing on this beat. This one feels really good. If you're with us on Instagram, we're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come hang out. Hey. I've heard something like this. I always like a good mix of bars, or I'm playing a good song. You know what's cool about it? All right, this is how I feel. This subgenre of hip hop right now is super played out. Generally, I feel like there's so much of it, and we listen to a lot of it, and a lot of it is fine. This is cool because it like, although it's in this sexy drill, Jersey drill kind of space, it doesn't feel like every other song that I hear in that space. It feels different. Maybe that's the bilingual aspect. Maybe it's the production. I feel like that synth, that high-pitched synth actually feels maybe a little bit out of pocket for that subgenre of hip-hop. So for me, that stands out for a couple different reasons, but I think one of the big ones is that it just does not, like, it feels unique for that sound of music. And that is kind of what I look for personally. Like, if it's not, you know, if it is just doing the same shit as everybody else, I'm probably not going to be that into it. Yeah, it did. It had more personality. It was just kind of fun, you know? The approach is different and the beat throws it off a bit from the norm. Yeah, because a lot of times I feel like it's just, people take themselves a little too seriously in that subgenre. And it's so about just, like, being, like, too cool for everything that it kind of doesn't hit for me sometimes. And I also don't know that I really get to know the artist at all, but I feel like we got so much personality in the production there and in the vocal there that it was actually like a really cool thing to listen to and something unique and stood out. So Oi Boy Juni on Instagram, OIBOIJUNI. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that one. We got back into our paid skips now. So we've got Mind Games by Devin Blake Jones up next. Song isn't really mixed yet, off my upcoming album Unreleased. All right, let us know what you think. This is Mind Games. As always, we'd love to know what you guys think of the song, so please let us know in the chat. And if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask, man. I love talking to you guys.
Praying for better days for you to mean what you say, but you lie.
I feel like this Devin was a misspell.
And you make me out to be the lie.
All right, Devin Blake Jones on Instagram, guys. Oh, okay. You're on The Voice? Let's go. That explains why the vocal is so strong. Gotta have a strong vocal to make it that far on The Voice.
Give me just a one more night. Give me just a one more day. Give me just a one more dream.
I mean, for not mixed yet, it actually sounds pretty solid already.
Give me just a one more night.
One thing I would love to hear, even at this point in the song, is maybe more vocal harmonies and vocal stacks on this chorus section. Just to have more of that separation and build into a chorus. Oh, I guess they... Okay, never mind. They do come in here. It might be good to have some ad-libs, like little runs in the background there, even if it's not a full vocal arrangement, just because you get into that here. But just something to spice up some of that pre-chorus, I think would be good.
With your pretty little mind games.
Oh, I love that part of that.
On my cortex, keeping me loving you's a big flex. Taking you out, letting you in where I escape with all
I think that's maybe an aspect at times, delivery-wise, of still needing to figure out that, like, sweet spot. There are moments that I really love. There are a couple words here or there where I feel like you can kind of give a little bit more personality in the delivery. But it's so close. And it's really high quality, so I can't really, like, fault too much here. I do really like the idea of this, too.
You didn't end up as a safe place. You just wanted my space.
When these harmonies come in, that's so good. Devin, where are you from? I don't know if you're in the chat, but if you're in the chat, Devin, let us know where you're from. Because I would love to know where in the world you are based. And if you are in the chat in general, let us know where you're watching from. I'd love to know where you guys are at. That's so nice. That's such a good melody. I fuck with this, man. Sorry, we're gonna close the soundboard. Devin Blake Jones on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this. Lots from Denver, Colorado. Okay. I feel like there's like a little bit of a music community in Denver. It's not the biggest like music community, but there is a small music community. Yeah, honestly, man, generally very, very positive feedback. Really thought especially when the vocal arrangement and harmonies come in, that's probably the standout moments for me. Just you doing a lot of really cool stuff with your vocal there. I mean, you're on pitch, you're on key. You know what I mean? You're clearly a strong singer, which is great. I do think the thing that I would probably encourage you to work on, and I think this is the case with a lot of singers, especially for like a trained singer, but it's finding that like, it's finding your voice and kind of your angle and approach to it. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people who literally have done like vocal ensembles and like choirs and stuff, that's the hardest part, is just kind of like finding that right pocket. So I think there's certain words here or there where you could maybe still get to that place where it really feels like you. but at the same time, it's very small. These are very small moments. Like, generally, I would say this is feeling really good overall. I definitely would listen to it. I definitely want to hear more from you. Please send me music. Please let me know when that comes out as well. I'll probably end up supporting it in the playlist when it does drop, okay? Good shit. Be the One, Manny Moss, up next. Just recorded this week. Definitely a project track, not trap. Hope you enjoy. Let us know, as always, what you think in the chat. And let us know where you're watching from, too. This whole album is figuring out. It's just the process, too. Like, the more you record music and the more you get in the studio, because also performing live and recording, it's two completely different things. And I always have to tell people this, like, a lot of times. Unless you do both, it's hard to know that until you're in the studio recording all the time. So the more you record, the more comfortable you'll get in front of the mic too, and the more you'll feel it out, you know? So just keep recording music, like do as much as you can. Oh, Manny_Moss_ on Instagram. I really liked this artist's last project as well.
I don't want to be the one to buy the gun when shit get that
Mix is feeling good on this one already.
But we heard that ring. Have we heard from Frank? Have we heard from Frank? Car when I kick back, roll up, spark, hit that. Won't go to the bar unless I'm on the marquee, taking parking fees. It starts with me. I'm not on your TV, I'm on your IG and your wifey's, your Wi-Fi.
This got a cool bounce to it, man. I love the production work on this. It's great production, but the vocal cuts were so nice on this one. Amari says I like the flow. I like the flow on this one too.
Thank you, Lord. And thank you, Mama. Better yet, let me thank my trauma. Chasing commas, stay away from drama. Eat my favorite pasta.
I need more of this, man. Love the jazzy elements of the beat, says Kev. This is everything that I feel like I told you before about what we listen to music. None of that shit is in this at all. I feel like you've already nailed it down on this stuff, man. Skating on this is Dedrick Dean. Trey Lee says fire. Stats says this is the type of shit I love. Jazz and rap just go together. I agree. Jazz and rap is definitely one of my favorite combos. It always has been. It's just the best. It just feels so good.
Why is you waiting to speak?
I love it.
Why is you waiting to speak? So you gonna say the wrong thing, boy. You gonna, I don't want to be the one to buy the gun when shit get that way. Must be a sad day. It's only about 8 past.
Bruh, you really hit the pocket perfectly on this. Even with this sped up section right here, this is just so perfect for the beat.
Drive I have, fulfill my dreams, knock my demons on their feet. All my song is on repeat. I never knew that.
It's a really nice little pocket you got into, bro. Manny_Moss_ on Instagram. Definitely go listen to his last project too. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. The mixes feel a little off on the On My Way album. That's the only thing that I really have ever had an issue with. But the songs are really solid. So if you want to like be a part of the journey and kind of see how he's grown from that stuff to this, I would definitely go listen to the other stuff. I didn't even know you dropped Clothesline, bro. Why didn't you tell me this came out last week? Release calendar, please. The vocal mix on this is real clean, man. That's been my only feedback for you this whole time has been on the vocal mix. And I feel like this one's perfect. Love the way you're playing with your vocal too and the delivery. Like tonally, there's a lot of like variation in there, and I think that's really good. Good job, man. We got Dedrick Dean up next, and then one more after that before we do another free skip. So shout out to you guys. Can't Jail a Revolution is an amazing song title. Dropped this on Bandcamp as an aid campaign for Immigrant Defenders Loyal Center and No Name's Radical Hood Library. Both very good causes. All proceeds from Bandcamp digital downloads will go towards these organizations. If you enjoy artists and producers like Billy Woods, Nicholas Craven, and Navy Blue, you'll enjoy this listening experience. Now that is perfect. That is exactly what you should do in a pitch, I think. Context for what the song is about, what the cause for the song is. There's a story there. All proceeds will go to. Amazing. That's great work. Congratulations. But then also, if you enjoy artists and producers like Billy Woods, Nicholas Craven, Navy Blue, that is very clear what type of music we can expect from this. And I really like that because I fuck with all those artists as well. Can't Jail a Revolution. Let us know what you think in the chat. And I'm going to drop this Bandcamp link in the chat too, just in case anybody does want to go donate and be a part of that at all. Here you go. And yeah, Kev, I agree with you, though I'm not going to say it out loud on camera because I'm currently in the immigration process. So, but yes, I agree with you, Kev. The long way. 4L. The big fuck you to them. And shout out to everybody who's out there fighting the good fight also. We appreciate you. Truly. At Dedrick Dean, Dedrick.Dean on Instagram. Damn, that's a hard-ass tattoo, bro. That is a hard-ass tattoo, I'm not gonna lie. Hard as hell. I love this. This is just a, is this just instrumental? Damn, the flange clap track is crazy. Trent, thank you for the follow. Welcome back. I would listen to this for sure. This is the style of production I would listen to, just to listen to. It's a little hot in this room right now. I feel like I could hear O rapping his ass off on this. Yeah, it's definitely in that space for sure. This is really great production work, man. You know what's cool about this one too? Like it does, like, there's just like a certain amount of like emotion I feel is being evoked through this production without there being any lyrics or any vocals at all. And I think for me, that's one of the things that I like when I hear production or hear instrumentals that do that. That is what is cool. You know what I mean? I think that's where music is really the most special. And not to say that, you know, obviously lyrics are very special. My wife would kill me if I was like, oh, lyrics don't matter. But when instrumental music can really make you feel and evoke emotion like that without there being a vocal to really lead the way, I think that's really special. You know what I mean? I think it takes a lot to do that. And you have to make a lot of really, really good choices to get to that point, to have that, like, really just make you feel the things that it does. Donatello, what's up? Oh, would definitely go crazy. Great job on that, man. I would love to hear more production like that from you. I would love to hear you do that type of production and collaborate with artists like O or Mike or like June, honestly, from our community, June 8th. Like, he probably kill on that. An Overcast, like anyone in that space, Loyal Corner, like those kinds of people, I feel like it'd be really good. Reminds me by Alexander says stats. Study music or chilling, this would definitely work for it. That too, for sure. Yeah. We put the band. I'm gonna put the Bandcamp link. What the fuck is that? The Bandcamp link in the chat again for you guys, just in case you do want it. Again, all of the proceeds for this are going towards two very good causes. Here, I'll go back just so we can tell you exactly what they are again. But all of the money that's made from this is going towards the Immigrant Defenders Law Center, which, you know, please donate to them in general. And then also No Name's Radical Hood Library, which is another really great cause. So if you go buy that on Bandcamp, the money's going to a good place. All right. Valentine, Burning Up, out of Dubai, Unmixed. Really sick artist. We've been listening to a couple streams in a row now. I'm not going to say much else, but just, yeah, I've really enjoyed what we've listened to so far. And this is Form and Shifted. Let us know what you think in the chat. If you are just joining us, you can submit by hitting !submit, command submit. If you want to skip the queue, we do have a paid skip queue, which I guarantee you get played on stream today. This has got that like Nate Sib, Two Halls kind of feel to it. Both of which I love right now. I didn't really think I was going to be saying that, but I will say Nate Sib and Two Halls' projects have been really, really cool to listen to. Trent 3 p.m. says fire. Let us know what you think in the chat. On Instagram, it's Your Only Valentine. We got to get you making more content, bro, for sure. That's the big thing from you. We need more content on socials. As much as you may want to do the anonymous thing, don't. It makes it much harder to connect with an audience. And even if algorithmically you have a moment, it's harder to recapture that moment in that audience again if you don't have that personal connection. But this is hard. I like this a lot. Sounds great for Unmixed, too. Let us know what you think if you're in the chat with us. This pulsing synth is so sick. Trent says this is hard. Clubs vibes all day, says Amari. It's really tough, man. I love this. I love this production style. I think the vocals sound really good on it. I kind of love your approach to making music with the form and shift in general, because it's got a cool like uniqueness to it. Like it is like I feel like the only other artist I've really ever heard do that consistently is maybe like Odatari or someone like that too. Thank you. My posture is shit. But yeah, I really like Taiwan a lot. I'm in the gym going hard to this. As Kev speaks truth. So look, it's there already. The energy is there. You should definitely try and figure out if you can find someone at Peloton and get that to them. For a couple different reasons. One, the streams from Peloton pay much better than everywhere else. So it's good if your music gets played in Peloton workouts. A lot of times you'll actually make a lot of money from that. And then two, it's probably the right audience. You know what I mean? Like gym stuff, workout stuff, pre-game stuff, being outside, like anything that's like high energy, I feel like that'll fit for. So just make sure you explore some of the other ways that you can kind of push that towards the right people and the right ears as well. Your Only Valentine was the IG on that last one. All right, we're going to play this one from Dune. Is it Donatello? It's Donatello, right? Like the Ninja Turtle. And the artist, sorry, I guess I shouldn't say the Ninja Turtle because he was a real classic, a famous artist also. This one's called Problem. Prod mixed mastered, performed by me. Aggressive rap track. Love a little aggressive rap. We'll do a free skip right after this one. That's right, bro. Come on. I'm going to put you on game right now. You want to see a Donatello painting? Let's talk about art for a second. I guess he was a sculptor, sorry. He did both. It's like sculpture slash painting. Isn't that crazy? Hovik, we did not get there yet. The statue of St. Mark by Donatello. I mean, bro, you know what's crazy is they would have carved this out of one gigantic block of marble. He did also paint this very famous painting, which Logic then went on to interpolate in an album artwork. Vocal sounds really great on this. This is amazing sculpture. Sorry, we do other stuff here too. We love art. This is tough. DNOTELLO. We need more social media content from you too. But this feels pretty good. Yeah, absolutely. Put it in the chat, and I'll tell you. Strange Roots, what's up? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come hang out. Okay, one piece of feedback I do have on this one specifically is on the bass line in the production. The bass line does kind of clash with the other melodic elements of the production, so that's just one thing I really keep an eye out for. Make sure you tune your bass line. It's just at times it's a little dissonant, and it kind of creates this weird unsettling feeling. So for me, I'm super picky about a tuned bass line as a producer as well. It's just something that I'm always thinking about when I'm producing. So that's the only thing that I really have feedback on from a production standpoint. Mix is really good. Vocal cuts are in a great way. You've got a great vocal tone. It's good delivery. It's pretty solid bars wise. I'm not sure if I heard a hook at any point. For me, I think the only reason that I'd probably not end up playlisting this is the bass line. So I would maybe suggest going back and just making sure that that's in key. You know what I mean? Like that's probably the real standout thing about that one from a sonic standpoint. Oh yeah, you can tell me not to talk if you want me not to, but the whole point is that I'm listening to it and giving feedback in real time. And it also helps us move through as many songs as possible. But okay, the hook did come in. Yeah, well, I mean, okay, then I will say this of the hook also, because that is maybe not the best thing. And just for everyone, like, this is just my opinion. I'm listening in real time, right? So, like, it is kind of like, at the end of the day, like, you don't have to change or do anything. But the whole point is to kind of give the feedback as I'm hearing it and what my gut is telling me too, like, while I'm listening to this, right? Like, this is like a very much like a my gut, my ear. While I'm listening, these are the things that stand out to me, and these are the things that maybe don't stand out to me, and the reasons why they do and don't. And sometimes if a hook doesn't stand out and I'm asking if there's a hook, that probably means that the hook is maybe not the strongest, because I'm supposed to walk away from it being like, shit, that was a crazy hook. I remember that by the end of the song. So that's maybe one thing I would say. If they came in 3 times, I honestly couldn't tell you where exactly that moment was. And that's just like, again, like me listening in real time. Like, I don't know. That's just maybe something to think about. The bigger thing for me was the bass line. The bass line really was like the thing that stood out and probably would be like the tipping point for me. But yeah, sorry. Like it just, I don't know how you could hear when you're talking at the same time. I mean, bro, look, like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I have headphones on, so I can hear all of the song in my headphones, because I don't hear myself when I'm talking. You know what I mean? I've just got the headphones on, so everything is coming through here, and I'm just quite literally like stream of thought. Like as I'm listening, this is what I'm thinking about the song as I'm listening in real time. So like, I don't know. I got headphones on. That's how. TNOTELLO on Instagram. If you rock to the, make sure you go follow. We are following you, so I've definitely heard something before that I did really like. But I think with that one, the standout thing, the bass line was probably the big thing. But I would maybe think about the hook and just making it stand out a bit more, because I think if anything, it just didn't really like stand out and catch my attention like that. And I think that's probably the thing that I would point to as being like, well, why didn't it do that? You know what I mean? And that might just be for me. If anybody else in the chat feels a different way, let us know. But again, it is just my opinion at the end of the day. So like, if you don't agree, that's fine. You do your thing, bro. This is your art. I'm not gonna tell you how to make it. All right, we got Full Keel up next. I'm really kind of excited about this artist for a couple different reasons. One, he's 15 years old. 2, we listened to him for the first time the other day, and the music was just really good. I'm not going to talk about the other thing, but if you know, it's like kind of cool and interesting. Like he's got a really interesting story. But this is track 2 off of his upcoming project. I hope you enjoy. Fool, I'm probably going to hit you up to ask you some more questions just about what you've got going on all over. But yeah, this is Running Laps. Let us know what you think in the chat. I like this artist already, man. I kind of did a deep dive last week. We ended up listening to like 4 to 7 minutes of music. I don't know. It was like more like 10 minutes of music. I just dived in.
Too much activity, these niggas is scared cause they already know they can switch up on go. European think she wanna fuck on me and she want a nigga to wear a GoPro. How many ladies is running them laps cause I already know I'm not fucking with hoes. Niggas texting me that bullshit. You reached a new low. I got the money to close.
Let us know what you think in the chat.
And my wrist froze. Niggas talk about a mixtape.
This artist out of Las Vegas. And again, 15 years old.
Full
Keel. And I agree with Kev. The vocal tone was really good. The mix was pretty solid too.
Dancing with me, told her sit on my lap. Dropping his tape and this bitch gonna slap. No 808s cause I'm feeling away. Reading my Bible, it's time that I pray. I'm actually leaving your ass in a tray. You got a
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really enjoy your approach to this stuff so far. It reminds me of some artists that I really love, so. Steve said Baby Keem like. That's so funny that you say that. That's so funny that you would say that.
How many ladies is running them laps cause I already know I'm not fucking with hoes. Niggas text me that bullshit. You reached a new low.
Fool, if you're in the chat, I mean.
And my wrist froze. Niggas talking about a mixtape. Hit a shit right in your nose. She a pretty ting, got white her toes. Public housing cause your shit
so,
feel like Biggie cause I
fun fact about this artist. He is actually Keem's little brother. So he's 15 years old. Keem is his older brother. There's gonna be some inspiration. I mean, if you're surrounded by that in your house, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just fucking tough, bro. I mean, this is the second song I've heard. Second unreleased song that I've heard. I've heard some of the release stuff. And it stands out. Vocal mix could use a little bit of work. There's maybe like a little too much reverb, like delay on the lead. That's maybe the only thing I would say is pull back the reverb a little bit. Vocal mix just needs a little bit of work, I think, to get it to like the right space, right place, right feeling. But yeah, beat's insane. Vocal is really strong. It's doing all the things that I think I look for from rappers when they're older. You know what I mean? Is like that vocal inflection, playing with the delivery style. It never really loses its way and gets away from the beat, but it does kind of go in and out in a really nice way. I would love to hear more ad libs. I think that's one of the things you could probably work on. Is is probably ad-libs and then vocal mix. Those are the only two things that I could really point to. But lyrically, like flow-wise, all of those things feel super advanced, especially for age. So yeah, again, like 15 years old, man. I mean, this just blows me out of the water. It's super, super dope. Steve would say, very personal taste of mine as a minor feedback. The vocal variations and enunciation could be pushed a bit. Keem does that well. And I would say that that's probably something also to work on. But again, at 15, bro, like 15 years old, like if I could play you guys the shit that I made when I was 15, you'd be like, damn, this shit is like miles beyond what I was making at that age. And I will say too, like I said this to Antone the other day when we were talking about it, listening to Full Kill for the first time gave me the same feeling that I had when I listened to Antone for the first time, which was like, holy shit, I can't believe that somebody of this age is already making music at this quality. So I think the sky is the limit, if I'm being honest, for Fool. And I'm really, really excited to see how he develops and how he grows. I do think the social side of things, Fool, is probably also where I'd kind of give you a bit of a push to just be doing more, because I do think that that's also going to be one of the things that's really important for you as you continue to grow as an artist, as you continue to push stuff. And everyone is going to tell you that in the industry too, is like, grow your socials, work on your socials, make content. So the sooner that you can kind of get a jump on that and start building that audience that way too, I think the sooner it'll just kind of like skyrocket for you, if I'm being honest. So those are the things that I would tell you to kind of focus on, is one, pushing the music that you have out already, right? Like I want to see you push that music because it's there and it exists and people can listen to it. Two, vocal inflection, just pushing it even further, getting more animated, ad-libs, that kind of stuff. Three, vocal mix, and just redialing that down and having like a super polished vocal mix, I think is one of the only other things that I could say. But I love the ideas. I love the direction. I think you're doing a lot of really, really good things. So I'm psyched. I can't wait to hear more. I'm definitely going to bug you about trying to hear some more of this music. So keep an eye out for that as well. A Nightmare on Her Street, AVX, a fun unreleased joint. Let us know what you think. A Nightmare on Her Street is a pretty hilarious song title also. We got an hour left, guys. 1 hour left to get through some of these paid skips and hopefully get into some more free ones. We've really only got about... Okay, we got quite a few skips to get through. We'll do another 5 after this free one. This is giving 2025 MGK already. I will say, so I've listened to a couple songs like this from AVX so far. This so far, like, you know, as far as we've listened to it so far, maybe feels like the most polished one. Melodically, it's got the right type of variation in it. It's got good progression to it. Lyrically, harmony-wise, also, this is definitely a standout. I think at times I've maybe shied away from playlisting some of the songs in this direction from AVX because they haven't quite felt ready yet, or quite, like, you know, they maybe like are almost there but not quite there for me. This one feels like it. I could pretty easily play this one, I think. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we do want to know what you guys think of this. Think of these songs. Rob says, "Yeah, he's fire." I agree, bro. Fool's got a really high ceiling. A lot of potential there for sure. Insert.avx on Instagram. If you fuck with this one, make sure you go follow. Blackberry Little says that's Omari. I can hear that too. This is fire. Says Dre Lee. 2025 MGK is not my cup of tea, man. His last single stuck. Yeah, not my thing, but I do think there is a big market and a big space for it, you know what I mean? Like, it's maybe not what I'm listening to. We talk about this at work sometimes, too. It's like, I fucked with MGK when he was a rapper, if I'm being honest. I really liked his, like, Ohio rapper stuff. But I also get how it works for his audience. So, like, I can't be that mad about it, you know what I mean? It's a bit weird, if I'm being real. Like, I do think it's a bit weird. Like, just the swerve into, like, pop from him. But at the same time, yeah, like, I can't fault it. Definitely, like, that's not something I think I'd listen to, but can see an appeal for us as Kev Speaks Truth. Yeah, so I think this one, because I do a lot of playlisting with, like, pop music as well, right? Like, just on New Music Friday and stuff like that, I have to, like, put pop stuff into playlists. And sometimes when I'm making playlists for brands, which I do at work a lot, too, I have to, like, think about, like, putting more pop stuff in there. And I think, like, because of that, for me, I see where this fits in the pop space. It's harder to push, if I'm being honest. It's difficult to push that kind of stuff, and I feel like you really have to do a lot of that trendy, kind of maybe corny feeling stuff to push it. But at the same time, I could see where that one fits with the audience. So like, I'm not mad at it. And then again, having listened to other AVX songs that are kind of in that space, that one to me is kind of the standout one that I've listened to so far. There was something about it that felt the most polished of all the songs we've listened to from a songwriting perspective as well. This style of pop's never been my thing, but I do see the appeal. I think AVX voice is more pleasure and the melodies feel more natural. Yeah, exactly. And I do think that's important too. Like the voice has to be good. If the voice isn't good, then it's immediately shit and I don't want to listen to it. We Outside, Bree Style up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. A little bit quiet on this master already. First thing that I would point to is the quiet master. Let us know what you think in the chat. I kind of love this chanted vocal on the chorus, though. This is really nice. You know? Breestyle.mp3 on Instagram. Yeah, it's the vocal mix for me on this one that needs to improve a little bit. Even with this like kind of like processed vocal there in the background, it felt a little messy still. With the right mix on this one, it's going to hit a lot harder than it does. I think that's maybe the thing that's doing a bit of a disservice to the song right now is the mix. That's the only thing to really point to, you know what I mean? There's maybe things about the delivery on the verse section versus the chorus section, but yeah, it's definitely the mix itself that's taking me out of this. I saved it because I do think the hook and the idea are really strong. I'm not sure if it'll end up staying in the playlist when we come back and review on Tuesday just because of the mix. Gonna listen to it back to back with some other stuff and kind of get a feel for it, but is this fucking Jalen Hurts? I'm dead, bro. That's cool. We outside. You know? We outside. It's a catchy hook, though. I will say it's stuck in my head already. Shake. It's just the mix. If this mix was a little bit better, I'd say this is a fucking smash. Lots of things I do like about it. The mix is the thing that I think needs it really does kill the energy a little bit. But that's the power of a good mix versus a mix that's maybe not as strong, is that it can really make or break how a song is perceived by listeners. It's really the only thing I can say about this one. I don't know that there's anything else that I would even be like, oh, we need to change this. Just need some OTT on the foam filter and bam. Says Samo Bamo. Breestyle.mp3 on Instagram. I gotta say though, like songwriting wise, we've listened to a couple songs from Bree, and I've always really enjoyed the hook work on it. But it's been the mixes every time. That's the only thing. I think if you can find the right engineer and get your mixes down, you're gonna be solid. But that's probably the thing right now that feels like it's holding things back just a little bit. Jump in, Rob Will. This is track 1 on the alternative album I just dropped called Sync. All right, let us know what you think of the chat. We're finna keep things moving.
Where you get that energy from? Oh. And why?
Oh.
I'm exaggerated. Say that I'm animated. About to get the party jumping like somebody yelling congratulations.
This is super interesting. Let us know what you think in the chat. _ Rob Will. I'm sorry, are you a pirate? What is what's the story behind the pirate thing? Giving Black Eyed Peas, says Kev Speaks. A little bit, yeah. Early Black Eyed Peas. Now that you say it, it's what was not Elefunk? What's the second one? Monkey Business? Right? This is a kind of a banger of an album, honestly. Double Time Outcast. I have this album on CD. This album's kind of a banger. Really interesting guitar tone as well. Double Time Outcast. I think Rob is in the chat on YouTube. Rob, what's with the pirate thing? I need the story behind the pirate thing. Horns are a really nice touch on this one. It does kind of feel like Pump It now that you mention that, Kev. I do hear a little bit of Pump It in this one. Elefunk is my shit though, I'm not gonna lie. I loved Elefunk when it came out. Yeah, first 5 to 6 songs on that album are pretty crazy. This is pretty sick, man. Me and my dad went on cruises when I was young. That's the explanation for the pirate thing? Fair enough. Sync Music says Amari. Yeah, I could definitely see this in like a commercial or a TV show without a doubt. Did treasure hunts on there. Damn, that's mad cool. So you were like a treasure hunter and now you're a pirate? I love that. I mean, you're doing all of the content stuff that you need to be doing, bro, so. Oh, let's get it jumping. What was that? The thing literally said the Black Eyed Peas will be proud. So you were inspired by the Black Eyed Peas on this one. I'm not mad at that at all. I love how much you lean into the pirate fit thing too, honestly.
What we got next?
That's kind of tough, man. I really don't have any issues. Is that one out? If that one's out already, I'm going to put it in the playlist really quickly. Yeah, it looks like it is. Hold on, let's go save this one. Jump in, boom. Songs we found on live stream. It's in the playlist. I liked that. That honestly was really solid. _Rob Will on Instagram. It did remind me of the Black Eyed Peas in a great way. Judge a book by its cover. Hovik. Thank you for the opportunities. Bro, I went to the Digitalog Network. Oh, bro, why didn't you say what's up to me? I was at the Digitalog thing. Did we talk? Did we not talk? I was there. I was standing there in the crowd. Fuck. Received a bunch of good advice and even reassurance in the journey that I was all on. First music networking event. I'm ready for a ton more. Thank you for everything. You are totally welcome, bro. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad you met some people. I'm glad you got to network as well. I tell artists all the time, it's important for you to go network and be outside. It's great for you to meet other people in the creative space. You never know who you'll meet, collaborator-wise, or just even business-wise. I got a couple opportunities that just came to me out of nowhere yesterday from just being outside too. So, judge a book by its cover. Hovik. Hey, Despacito. Thank you for the follow, and I love that song. Despacito. What's going on? If you want to submit music, it's free. All you got to do is hit ! Submit. If you want to skip the queue, there is a way to guarantee you get played on stream today. Let us know what you think in the chat. I actually think the vocal mix on this is really cool. To me, where the vocal sits is probably what sells me on this. Lyrically, maybe it could use a little bit more kind of like polishing. But beat choice wise, where the vocal sits, I think are really, really good. Let us know what you think in the chat. Vocal mix is very interesting, says Cap. I agree, but in a good way. I feel like with this, especially this type of music, the vocal mix can go left so quickly. The vocal cuts through in a nice way here, which is good. We've got another one from Hovik right after this too, called Miley. Love the way he's using auto-tune, says Kev. I think so too. I mean, it's the thing that I like about it too is that there's a distinct melody that's in there, and I feel like sometimes with this genre, there's no melody. It's just the same like flat fucking melody from start to finish, and that kind of annoys me if I'm being honest. When I'm listening to artists in this space, and it's just like a bunch of like nonsense mumbling with like no real through line on the melody, no real like lyrical content. Like that bothers me. So I think for me, like sonically listening to something like this, it's easy to listen to, and I think that's a really good thing about it. I think the melodic choices are really good. I think the delivery is really solid. It's a little bit more dynamic, I think, than some of the other stuff I hear in this space from a lot of the artists, because I just think there's so much music in this space right now too. So yeah, I'm curious to see, Hovik, how you kind of like continue to grow your audience and what some of the things you do are to kind of like just get people in that space. Hovik 3Cs on Instagram. I think that's going to be the thing for you, is just really like, you know, it's hard, I think, to build a diehard audience in that space, but if you can, they'll really stick with you. If you look at like a Yeet or like, you know, some of the artists that kind of like have those cult followings, I just think it's a harder thing to do, and you have to really give them a little bit of yourself for that. Miley by Hovik up next. This is another one from him. Let us know what you think in the chat. What's up, Nate? Definitely join the Discord, but if you want to submit for stream, we run everything through Nero, so just make sure you go check that out. It is free to submit, but if you want to guarantee you get played on stream, there is a way to do that as well, okay? Steve-O, I have the same feeling. I have a hard time connecting with this type of music in general, because it's just not really who I am, I think, in my core, like the way that I live life necessarily. But he does have something. I will say that, and I felt this way kind of about Hovik every time we've listened to him. There's something here that's like a little bit more standout than some of the other artists I hear in the space. But I think where the disconnect is happening right now is on the social side of things and the audience building side of things. So the music can be really sick, but you have to be able to build a fan base and an audience for yourself as well. So you really got to focus on that part, Hovik. I think if you do, it's going to help you a lot. Even with just working with the right producers and stuff like that, because I know you'd hit me about some producer issues that you were having, or like sample issues that you were having too, right? So sounds weird, but I think this kind of music is for a younger generation in the best way possible. I would agree with that too. Like, I don't think that it's necessarily for me, but I kind of get it too. You know what I mean? I mean, when I was, younger, it was just a different style of this type of, you know what I mean? Like, when snap music first started, it's like, it wasn't like anyone was like, this is the most like life-changing type of music, but the shit slapped. It was fun to listen to outside. I like this one maybe more than the other one we just listened to. Melodically, I think this one probably stands out a little bit more to me. Kev says, like, if I was 18 and 14, this would be everything to me, but sometimes I feel like my own status prevents me from connecting with some stuff. Yeah, I just, I just don't think that, like, in general, like, not all music is for everyone. But at the same time, there is something in this artist that does stand out to me, especially in this space. And there's a lot of artists that I hear in this space that do not stand out to me at all. So that definitely, like, my gut, my ear is definitely saying, like, this is one to keep an eye on. But the big thing here is definitely going to be, like, bro, like, just visual representation and really kind of bringing the sound that you have with how you are, like, on and in content and visuals and that kind of stuff. I feel like that's going to be kind of like what's needed here, is just kind of like make it make sense. You know what I mean? I think that's maybe where the disconnect is for me, at least right now, is just like the music is actually really solid, but now it's the rest of it. Like, how do you tell the rest of that story? And I think that is equally as important today in the industry that we're in right now. Even if it's not necessarily what you want to hear, it is an important piece. So you just got to start thinking about that as well. Neon Infusion, Des, let us know what you think in the chat. All right, what do we got? What do we got here? No socials, which is a bit of a bummer, Des. From Genova, Italy. Oh, shit. We got an Italian producer in here. Alex, what's cracking? Welcome back to the chat. Happy Thursday. Yesterday, at the end of the event, that was the majority of the feedback, too. It's like that, bro. If a lot of people are telling you the same thing, though, that means that at least you know what it is. You know what I mean? I also think it's something, like, it's an interesting story for sure. You know what I mean? And it could be a visual hook for people on social. I just think he needs to be active there too. That's a good idea, though, as a good place to start with connecting to music. All right, Des, what do we got? There's that one kind of like, I don't know if it's the bass sound, but there's definitely one synth sound in here I'm not super crazy about. And it's definitely the low end one. The high end, like, synth honestly feels like it feels like a video game to me in, like, the best way, so I do like that. But that low end sub synth sound is maybe not my favorite one. It, like, just catches my ear in a bit of a weird way. Arrangement of this is really cool, though. Low-key, this is some shit, like, if you could get this in, like, Rocket League or, like, Fall Guys, this is perfect Fall Guys level music. Or Fall Guys menu music. It's perfect Fall Guys music, actually. It is cool. I feel like if you start, you know what you could do? Like, I think this is a good way to get your music around, too. Is like, if you start going to the gaming streamers, and you could get this in the copyright-free music playlists, I feel like that's where you could really kind of, like, get a bunch of streams from that. Needs a strong mono sub and keep the respace in the top end, says Sam Obama. 100% Rocket League, says Kev. The arrangement's actually really cool. Like, the movement of the production is really good. Yeah, there's like a couple things on the sound choices maybe. But it's a really great start. How long have you been doing this for? I guess is the question. Because if you're like still pretty new to producing too, this is like really solid. Definitely some gaming type music though. Since 2019. Okay, so for a few years. Still pretty early on though, honestly. Like that's not like the longest amount of time to be producing for. Yeah, it's just that I feel like for me, bass sound choice could use a little bit of work on this one. I would definitely start trying to pitch some of this stuff though to like the copyright free playlist like stream of people, because I could just like, there's a lot of friends I have who like play like FPS games too, and like I feel like if you're playing an FPS game and that shit's on in the background, like if it's like a, you know, if you're streaming and playing like Borderlands or something like that, it's like perfect Borderlands type music, or Rocket League, or you know what I mean, or Fall Guys, or like one of those games. So yeah, I could just see it. Like you gotta send that shit to some streamers, bro. Sam Obamo, pull it up. Thank you for the sub. Simplistic hyperpop song with fun vocal phrases and hooks. I kind of like to hear it. This one's called Pull It Up. Let us know what you think in the chat. Connor Christie and Sam Obamo. I think I've heard this song already. I already have this one saved in my library, so I really liked this. I can't remember when I heard this. It might have been on Friday if you put it in the release calendar. I do already have this one saved in my library. It's not in the New Music Friday playlist. Where do I have this right now? The fuck? I already have this saved. I wonder why. Community playlist? Community playlist. Community playlist. That's what it was. I knew I put it in something. This is the one with Rudy, aka Connor Christie. Someone put it in the community playlist channel on Discord, and I had saved it in the draft, which is now the final. I just need to get pictures so I can drop it. So this is the final. Yeah, I heard this in the Discord there. I was like, I'll fuck with this. This is great. Super in the lane I've been listening to a lot of music in recently. Malagaya Sunday Studio, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. For those of you who are in the chat right now, we are doing a free Q&A in the Discord tomorrow night too, so make sure you join. You can ask an entertainment attorney all your law questions, all your entertainment attorney questions for free. He charges people a lot for that, so get in there and ask some free questions. Might change your life. What's up? Yeah, this one's really solid, bro. Honestly, really good job on the production work. The mix is really good. It's got good movement. Vocal cuts in a great way. There's also this switch up that comes in towards the end. It's just like a really nice touch. It's just good energy. It's good energy production. All of the sound choices are perfect too. So for me, lots of pluses on this. It immediately went into the playlist when I heard it the other day. _ Sam Obamo _ on Instagram, out of Wisconsin, great producer. This one is also with Connor Christie, who you can follow as well. Okay, he doesn't have his socials in his Spotify bio, so I'm going to give him a slap on the wrist for that. Make sure you put your socials in your Spotify bio if you're not, otherwise we're going to have to get you with the no socials in the chat, and I don't want to do that to you guys. It's embarrassing. Steve said, yeah, I like this a lot. I usually hate songs like this. Well, that's a good thing. If you don't like music like that and you like that, that's usually a good indication that there's something good about it. Samuel says, or maybe I did low-key and forgot. Maybe you did. I'm not sure. Someone put it in the Discord community playlist submissions, and now it's in the community playlist. So you'll see it in the update soon. All right, Amari, all R&B traps, all vibes. We just met the other day, literally like at the Digitalog stuff this week. Super nice person. So great to meet you. This song's called Lust. Definitely let us know what you think in the chat. This is Amari and Novocaine from the Bronx, New York. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we do want to know what you think of these songs. We've got about 35 minutes left. Hood Stylo is cracking.
I don't pop pills, but I do smoke gas. Smelling so good, make a nigga relapse. I get paid more.
What's up, Hood Stylo? Okay, I do think vocals could come up a little bit more in the mix on this. Really cool melodic choices though. Vocal tone is really nice. Definitely want this to be a little bit louder overall though. I would agree with that. Roy Woods mixed with Tilla vibes, says Kev.
looks like a better when she wear no clothes. She model.
It is nice though. I will say, like, as a fan of Black, as a fan of Tiller, as a fan of artists in this space, like, it's dead on. Definitely cool changes in the tone, rhythmic delivery, those kinds of things. It's really just the mix master that needs to be a little bit more robust, I think. It's a nice little flow too. The further you get into it, one thing to think about is just more variation in the delivery style. It's really solid. I think as you get further into the verse, there's maybe that want for a little bit more of a switch up rhythmically with the delivery and writing style. That's maybe the only thing that I would say. Very mid-2010s OVO-like sounds to Steve-O. Sam Obama sent some sort of gif of a buff dude dancing. I think that's good. I feel like this would be fine with a moody-ass visualize. This is Kev. Yeah. You gotta go to Toronto. You gotta go to Toronto and just shoot something in the winter in Toronto. Or upstate New York. You got, honestly, if you shot something out in the woods to this, that'd be kind of crazy. No, I like the song a lot. There's definitely a lot of things I do like about this. I'm gonna put it in the playlist. I'm gonna come back and listen to it back to back with some other stuff just to see kind of sound wise, volume wise. Because if it doesn't make a playlist, realistically, that's the only reason why. Is because like listening to it back to back with other songs, maybe it gets really quiet and kind of like just takes people out of it. So that's one of the things I think about when I'm curating playlists as well. Is just like, all right, like how do these mixes kind of go together in the final product? Beat needs the lo-fi gold backgrounds to Sam Obama. But I really liked it, and I really like direction of it, and I definitely want to hear more. Yeah, just I would just turn it up a little bit, make it a little bit louder. So Darius, what's up? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come through. I would even suggest pulling a PND, cutting some of the rap verse short and doing some runs as a way to transition to the hook. I think that's pretty solid advice, also from Steve-O, and a good way to think about it. 80s Lover, Endless Love up next. A little something I made inspired by the title of 80s hit songs. Kev speaks truth. Kev, I'm interested to hear this, man.
Take on me, go out of control.
Kev's been sending over like really interesting stuff recently. Just super different and out of pocket. Let us know what you think.
Child of mine, dancing in the dark, watch you jump around. Come on, Eileen, take
Kev Speaks Truth on Instagram.
Like the summer of 69.
I like the Summer of 69 reference, man. The little Brian Adams reference in there. You can also hire Kev to engineer for you on the Big Ass Kids neighborhood too. Shout out to the Big Ass Kids team. No problem, Amari. We are always here for feedback. Every Monday and Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Doesn't matter how early or how far you are into the process. Steven says, Kev, this is crazy, man. Kev's new music has been nail on the head. Like, very, very good. I feel like he's really found his sound in the last, like, 6-7 months. Octave up 808, making it groovy as fuck to Sam Obama. It is nice. I don't always love a pitched up 808. This one feels good. IG is Kev Speaks Truth on Instagram. KEV Speaks Truth. And he's out of Florida. But he is an engineer as well, so if you are looking for engineers at all, make sure you hit Kev up. Look, he's got rates. This is dope. I love the variation in the production and the like vocal as well. Nagsta, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you. If you guys are in the chat and you just joined us and you want to submit, just make sure you hit exclamation mark submit. If you want to skip the queue, you can do that too by hitting exclamation mark skip. There is a way to guarantee you get played on stream today in our skip queue or super skip queue. I got to figure out how many we've done since our last free skip. Sorry. I'm just realizing how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. Let's do a free skip right now. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're going to do another free skip. Every 5 paid skips, we do a free skip. Hopefully, in like the next like 15 minutes or so, we'll be able to do a whole free section in the chat as well, from the chat as well. So just keep your eyes open. CJ Pitiful up next. This is an unreleased work in progress. Still unsure if I want to turn it into a full release or upload it as a TikTok. I've been trying to improve my mixing lately, and I know it's not all the way yet. The episode tips on making it harder. Hitting would be great. It's also got a re-record pending. Put it on TikTok anyway. That's my first thing that I'll say. Even if you aren't planning on releasing it, or if you aren't sure if you're going to upload it, put that shit on TikTok. Test it. See if your audience likes it. See if people fuck with it. If they do, then you've got a reason to finish it. If not, then maybe you don't. It's up to you. But testing it is a great way to figure out whether or not you should put the time and effort into it. Thank y'all. Kind of working on some more dancing stuff / garage or Jason stuff as well. Can't wait. This is Pitiful. CJ, let us know what you think in the chat. I think it's my first time listening to this artist ever.
This feel like some like classic shit, you know?
Let us know what you think in the chat.
Oh, this is the album shit?
Wait, that one's out?
Album shit? Wait, what?
Oh, Kev says just put it out. If you like it, chances are there's someone else who will. I agree. I think, generally, I think there's a market for everybody. You just got to figure out who your audience is.
Fuck a billionaire, I'm trying to make $1 million though. This a real shit I wrote, this ain't no video game. I'm trying to gain a feel for
this is a super interesting flow already.
Full of hope until he fully fold. Won't tippy toe around the topic, it gets Philly cold. I see my favorite artist post with Puff, I wonder did he know? Yeah, really though. This shit confirming fears I felt.
Let us know what you think in the chat. I'm not sure. I'm on the fence about this one.
Scared of failure, I combine it with a fear of floating too high above my only comfort zone. My
It's like-
experience, I'm zeroing on figures next to commas, but the three's the only digit known. It's typical, yeah.
It's so unexpected. I think that's the thing. It's absolutely not the flow rhythmically that I was expecting in any way, shape, or form.
Just be patient, won't be too much longer till he home. Here we go.
I also did not think this dude would look like this either. The Diddy line was crazy. Any Diddy line is crazy at this point. Kind of offbeat, but very interesting, says Kev. That's kind of how I feel. It is, but it's not. It always finds its way back to the beat, which I think is the thing that I look for when someone's kind of getting off a little bit. It's like, do they find their way back to it? And this does. I say there are slight timing issues in the middle portion of the verse. He starts and finishes strong. It's interesting. CJNI on Instagram. SEAJAYNI. Finish it. One, I would definitely say finish it. That's definitely, you know, don't just leave it in limbo. The mix sounded pretty decent, which is good. I don't know if there's anything to make it harder hitting other than the timing of delivery at certain points and just making sure that that's really, really getting, you know, on time. It was cool though, because it did feel like it found its way back to being on beat every time it got a little off beat. And that for me is something that I think is really important for anyone who is maybe a little bit more fluid with the rhythmic elements of it and delivery, right? So, all right, Party. Acacia Markel up next. First EP drops on June 26th. Kev says, feel like the crowd will be a permanent stank face. Yeah. I listened to Acacia Markel for the first time today, I think, in the car. Because I saved You Deserve. So let us know what you think in the chat. I'm gonna save this. There's maybe little things about the vocal mix, but kind of nice. Let us know what you think in the chat. Definitely can't have your vocals be the co-star in that kind of a style. I would agree with that too. That shit is funky. From Atlanta, Georgia. No, this is really solid. Strange Roots with a Z on Instagram. What? Let us know what you think in the chat. This slaps. I like this a lot. Feedback is maybe that we could just use a little bit more polishing in the mix, but yeah, the personality shines through a lot. Yeah, this is cool. I don't really have too much to say about this other than I like it. It's cool. Steve-O said, yeah, she's getting saved on my playlist. Hard not to save this, to be honest. It's got a real infectious, like, feel to it. Guys, it's been solid music tonight. What are we, 21 songs, 22 songs, 23 songs in? Some of these notes are a little sharp, but they are, but in a way that doesn't feel so far off that it's, like, aggressive. I think it's just the tone of a vocal more than anything. But I kind of like that. It's like messy but not messy, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like messy, but it feels a little stylistic as opposed to just like off. Dre Lisa's fire. Oh my god, my Taraj just finished a crazy workout, bro. We're getting close to your song right now as well, Taraj. You're like a couple songs away. I agree, sometimes having sharper flat notes adds to the authenticity. Yeah, sometimes vocals are too polished. I will say that. Like, just with tuning and everything now, it's like kind of unrealistic how good some vocalists are, and I do kind of miss that like organic feel to a lot of songs. You know what I mean? I submitted and spent an hour working out. It's been good vibe music. Hey man, it's like that. It just makes it feel more real, I think. There's something like really real and cool about this one. Definitely would love to see this in a live setting. I feel like that would really go crazy. Strange Roots with a Z on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that one. It's called Party by Acacia Markel. Kind of genres, all of them. All music. I don't give a fuck what it is. Submit it if you want to submit it. If you want to skip the queue, you can't guarantee you get played on stream today with a $5 paid skip or a $10 super skip. But we'll be doing free skips throughout. We've got like 4 more songs before we do our next free skip, and then we'll try and get like a section of them if we can get through all the paid skips. Top 10, Dre Lee 863 up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Cynthia, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the community. Let us know what you think in the chat. Dre Lee is 27 out of Lakeland, Florida, for our Florida people in the chat. Kev, enjoy your dinner tonight, bro. I'm also very hungry. So I can't wait to eat. I like this one too. I think you sent me a bunch of music recently. The one thing that I can point to on basically everything across the board so far is the balance in the mix between the low end and the rest of it. And then also the master feeling a little bit quiet. But I do think that is because the low end and the bass and the sub is so loud. I've noticed that across the board. I think the voice is amazing. Dre Lee 863. Great tone. Good bars, good enunciation. It's not too much, but it hits well. But yeah, if I had to point to one thing that maybe would stop me from playlisting or has stopped me from playlisting things, it is the mix master. That's it. Hey man, look at that. Kev right there in the chat. Would love to make some shit for you, bro, just off knowing each other so long. You gotta tap in. I do think it would help a lot. There's a lot of potential here. I've liked a lot of the stuff you sent over. It's just the mixes have been maybe a little lackluster. And that's it. You get these mixes down, I think it's gonna make a huge difference for you in building that audience even more and quicker as well. Dre Lee 863 on Instagram. This one's called Top 10. You can find it on the It Won't Be Like This Forever project. Hot Shot also was a standout to me on this one. A lot of attitude in the delivery. I love that. Let us know what you think in the chat. If you are still rocking with us, we always want to know what you guys think. Kev, have a great night. Be safe. We'll see you next Monday. Or maybe tomorrow in the Q&A in the Discord. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Ben Lockya, a.k.a. Real Ben Lawyer. It's a good beat choice, too. That's the other thing I'll say. I'm going to put this in the playlist. I'm going to come back to it and listen to it again. Good beat choice. Good delivery. Like, everything about the vocal and the writing and stuff, I don't really have too much feedback on. It's really just the mix master that I feel like, more than anything, just needs a little bit of work to get it to the place that it needs to be at, to have it really stand out. That's it. We got another one from this album up next called Mountains. I'm just going to go ahead and play it right here. Siva said the voice is crazy. He already has what I consider the hardest, most artists struggle to find. I would agree with that, too. Been trying to find an engineer. My main engineer moved to Houston. Been trying to record myself and send him the raw vocals, but it hasn't really been. That's tough too, because getting a vocal and sending it, you really need to make sure that the vocal's a clean vocal recording. Okay, this one's actually quieter than the other one too, because I've had to already turn up the volume. So that's the other thing I would say too, is just consistency throughout a project, start to finish. This is something I learned on my first project that I made, and something I always regretted years after the fact, was not making sure that the master across the entire project was consistent. So there's like one of my favorite songs is so much quieter than some of the other ones. So that's the other thing I would just flag for you, and something to think about while you are doing full projects for anyone in the chat, is just making sure that you have a consistent mix master across the board so that the volume levels don't change from song to song. But yeah, bro, I mean, honestly, tap in with Kev. Kev works at a studio as well in Florida, and I feel like even if it's not him who ends up mixing stuff for you, you'll be able to find other engineers that way too. This is cool too, bro. I even like this 1K from the 4 feature. Like, it's actually pretty solid. It's really just that mix master. Let us know what you think in the chat, though. I mean, we always want to know what you think of these songs. What up, Jane? We are live on Twitch and YouTube right now, listening to music and giving feedback. If you want to come hang out and send some music in, it is free. We have about 25 minutes left. Yeah, the guest artist verse mixes louder than the main artist. That happens a lot, too. That's actually something to think about, too. Just in general, because I hear this a lot on feature songs and stuff like this. I also prefer the last one. I think it hit a little bit harder, but I do like this one. I would listen to it. Like, separately, if this wasn't sent in by the same artist, I would listen to both individually from different artists and still really enjoy them. It's really just a mix master. But there's a lot, man. There's a lot to be, like, proud of here, man. Honestly, like, the songs so far from this project have been really cool. Marcus Smithy was up in the chat, bro. Sorry, I don't check the YouTube as much, but shout out to all artists. It's a great space to learn and build. Thanks. No, you're totally fine, man. Thank you for being in here and sending music in. I actually really love doing this stuff with you guys, and I'm always happy to answer questions too. But this is also good, says Steve-O. Love the OK ad-lib and the chemistry they have makes it work. Yeah, it sounds good. They fit well together. It's just that mix, honestly, bro. I feel like if you get the mix master right on any of these songs, and it's like just a different conversation altogether. But for me, that is the thing to work on. Really just kind of like polishing that mix, making sure that like the vocals kind of cut through more and are the star of the show. I say this to artists all the time. You don't want to be overshadowed by the production. And literally like 9 out of 10, maybe 11 out of 10 times, it is the sub low end that is mixed substantially higher than it needs to be within the production that detracts from everything else and kind of overpowers the mix. And then I think when you upload it to Spotify too, just the way that their algorithm works with compression, when you upload anything with like a super heavy bass, I always feel like it actually kills the master and makes it substantially quieter. So that's just something else to keep in mind too. Whatever you need, Trent 3 p.m. up next. We got a couple paid skips left. We're gonna try and get through everybody. We got like 4 paid skips left. We'll do 2 more, then another free skip, and if we get done with these 4, we'll do free skips towards the end of the stream as well. Whatever you need, Trent 3 p.m. Let us know what you think in the chat. Shit. Untitled is doing that thing where it takes some time to sync. So could you send this to me in a private SoundCloud link, and I'll just put you in the queue again? Sorry, this is something I'm gonna try and figure out if I can get in touch with the Untitled team to talk about this. But this is something that I've noticed. If you upload it and you try to send the link out and it's like less than like an hour or so, it won't actually play for anybody for some reason except for yourself because it's still syncing. I've just noticed this myself. You Mean the World, Taraj up next. Produced by Kino. Oh, fuck yeah. I love Kino. So I'm excited to hear this collaboration with you two. I've never heard him just produce. Elijah's on this as well. I love Elijah also. Always love to work with my friends. I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. I'm sure I'm going to, because I'm genuinely a fan of Kino, Taraj, and Elijah individually. So to hear them work together on one song, I'm hyped. I'm excited.
When the rain stops, will you meet me where we hang out? I'll bring my umbrella since you seem so afraid.
Taraj, you're so fire, bro.
You're shaded and pretty.
This is beautiful already. Love the melodies on this. Ooh. Taraj Yamahal.
Curves in this here winding road. Got nothing on you. I will fly from here straight to California.
Knowing Raj as I've known, I would have never thought he'd make a song like this. I've heard so much R&B music from Taraj, and it's my favorite pocket he gets in, bro. Trying to piece together some projects and shit. Oh my gosh.
You're not just someone to me.
Amazing vocal arrangement.
Everything, oh my baby, means so much more than you think.
Awesome. ELXJH. Elijah's also on this one. Synthra says, damn that voice. Kino on production. I am Kino with a K.
So much more than you think.
bro.
What told you you couldn't be my number one star, baby?
That's so sick, dude.
Look up, you're all that I see. Lead me everywhere you are, babe. I could follow all day if you let
This
me.
is fucking cool.
See you distant,
It's like it like pulls in neo soul influence melodically, but it feels so like modern. Amazing runs, bro. Amazing vocal performance. D'Angelo's my favorite artist ever. It's giving Music Soul Child. I love Music Soul Child, and this is giving Music Soul Child start to finish. Elijah made me sing my ass off on this. You did it though. Oh my baby. Woo. Yeah, bro. Honestly, I mean, even in the short time we've been listening to you, I would agree the improvement as a singer is insane. This is like a different level of vocals than what I've heard from you before. Amazing to hear that you can do this though. Ugh. That was filthy. Produced by Kino, vocal arrangement, co-written by Elijah, Taraj. Incredible work, bro. Can't Fake Feelings, this is singing, loved it. Amazing vocal performance. Like, truly incredible vocal performance. I commend you highly on the quality and level of the performance you gave vocally on that song. Hugely stand out. Loved it. Definitely gonna get fucking playlisted without a doubt. Dude, I love all of Taraj's like melodic stuff has been the stuff that stood out for me. I playlisted a lot of it because I really do love his music. Every time he sends something over, I'm pretty much a fan of it. I don't really think I've heard anything I haven't enjoyed so far, but that one was like special. I really loved that a lot. I don't know how long you're streaming for, but I love the vibe, so send a skip. If you send a skip, you're getting played before the end of the stream without a doubt. I do only have about like 14 minutes left, but don't worry. We're gonna do it. Marcelo Don, the source. Let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, bro, I loved it. It was incredible. Ooh, what the fuck is this? It's got 188,000 views on it already. This is about to be jazz? What is this? Shot by Yinka Soda. Shout out to Yinka Soda, bro. I haven't seen that name in a minute. That dude's a fucking monster of a videographer also. Lemon Gask, if you want to submit, here's a link in the chat. If you want to skip the queue and guarantee you get played before the end of the stream, here's the instructions. Who sent this in? Oh, I love this. That stand out for me already. Love the video, love the whole vibe. Good fit.
By the time, said you notice that I'm focused. Want me diving?
Oh,
you devotion.
I love this.
But I'm focused. At the moment, this is the life you chosen. If you want take backs, then it's broken.
This might be one of my favorites we've heard tonight, man. This and Taraj back to back has done something.
Yeah, I'm hoping that you be patient with me, baby. That I've been more than golden. I've been drinking, I've been thinking, I've been drinking, contemplating.
Hey man, is this artist in the chat? Who sent this in?
I've been drinking, I've been thinking, I've been drinking, contemplating about.
Steve was a very good. Syntho says this is purely sexual. Fuck, this is good. Charles says, yeah, this is dope. I like this, guys. I hear the Masego a little bit. It's the sax. Lemon Gask. Okay. I don't know how to say that in Spanish.
Her name was Nisi. Pull up on her. We lay up on silk sheets. Wipe me down like ShamWow. They be like more damn out. You be killing them. You know I see mad ops. So I get rid of them. We was off chill. Then they got serious. I was like Vistoso bosses. I made it delirious.
Hold on, I'm translating this.
I was curious.
For Lemon Gask. Envía a través del enlace en el chat. Hopefully that helps. There, I'm gonna put it in the chat too, just because I can't fucking say it.
If you don't have high hopes, then I'ma get rid of you, baby.
This is perfect. It's immediately going in the playlist, and I'm gonna go follow Marcello as well. Me too. Really, really dope. Submitted my most popular song for New Year's Day. Bro, I love this. Marcelo Don _ The sax is beautiful. If I had any feedback, the sax could maybe come down a touch in the mix. It's a loud instrument in general. It at times maybe overpowers the vocal ever so slightly. But I think overall, that's me just being dumb picky. If you didn't do that, it would not bother me. Shout out to Yinka Soda, though, bro. Yinka Soda is like a very, very talented director and videographer. And low-key someone that I've wanted to work with on music video shit for a really long time. Why did I just go to... I didn't mean to go to YouTube, sorry. Let's find this on Spotify really quickly. I gotta save this one in the playlist. Loved it. Loved it. And then, yeah, for anybody who's in the chat, I guess I could show you Yinka Soda really quickly. That dude's a fucking monster of a director. Yinka Soda. Yeah, exactly. Like, just in moments. I'd love some subtle hat runs supporting the vocals in some places, but that's just personal preference, says Synthra. Yinka Soda, bro. You gotta tap in with Yinka Soda. This dude is fucking sick. Big fan of his work. Generally, over the years, he's done some amazing, amazing music videos that I've really loved, and branded content pieces, and just video pieces in general. And then Marcelo Don _ for the artist. Ken Moore, The Fall Off. We got a nice little beat coming up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. We got, what do we got? Two more paid skips after this one. And then maybe we'll be able to get a couple free skips in.
Less is more.
Yo. Whoa. Ken Moore on Instagram with an X. Yo. My shit, ready, yes, run up on a this, I come out of it, yes, I'ma hit a lick, I run up quick, I'ma that shit, and I'm with them shits, I've been on a hit, boy, I'm about to flip, Every time Kenny sends a beat in, I can't help but just like bullshit something out, because it's just he's too good, bro. I love his beats. Yeah, with it, I'm gonna hold up, running away when I hold up. Also here with a Huna, right up with my owner, passing away at owner, like hold up, running away the owner. I got no face up on her, bitch is sounding Steve, I can't help it either, bro. He makes the type of beats that leave so much space for the vocal, and I always tell people they should be trying to work with him, cause it's crazy. He sent me a couple of beats sometimes, and I did do some songs over them just for fun. There's 14 of us here, so I might play you one in a second just to demonstrate how easy it is to write on a fucking Ken Moore beat, bro. He's sick. I'm a big Ken Moore fan, honestly. If I'm going, don't trip. No hints, baby. He's tough, bro. You gotta tap in. He's amazing. He used to go by Kenny Made a Banger, but he's just a sick producer out of New York State. I'm a big fan of his. Definitely tap in. KenMXRE on Instagram. You gotta go hit him up. The drum selection is perfect. Wait. I'm gonna play you this because just purely to prove how easy it is to write songs over it. Like, he sent me this one. It wasn't even supposed to be a fucking, thanks, Nels. I'm glad you knew the reference, though. One of my favorite songs.
Miss you on them late nights. Hands all on your body. It's not the same on FaceTime. Play you like a baseline. Might just flip you over. I heard it through the grapevine. You like it when I take control. Baby, why don't you come over? I saw you, I'm worth every hour. Loving you is my superpower.
I fucking love this song. I've been listening like 20 minutes. JJ, what's up, bro? That is wild. We have changed the way that we do subs and skips, though. So just let me know your artist name when you submit it in there, okay?
And I know what you wanted, yo.
shout out to Kenny made a banger, bro. He really does make bangers.
I'ma hit it raw, I'ma hit it long. I'ma hit it hard, I'ma hit it soft. Kiss it for you, I can taste you on my tongue.
Yeah, so I don't do this as much anymore, but every now and then.
Get you right.
Bro, don't even worry about it. We love genre switches in here. If you want to submit, just make sure you use this link in the chat. We do only have a couple minutes left. So I'm going to play these last ones, and we'll try and get a couple free skips in. But yeah, bro, literally, like, I don't know. Kenny sent me that. Kenny sent me fucking... There was like a couple more. Hold on. I have all these saved somewhere. Desktop bounces. Oh, yeah, here they are. Bruh. So he sent me that. He sent me this one. Wait. No, it was this one. Hey, yeah, Kenny made a banger. I had to load it up. The tempo sparked my anger. I had to roll one up. Took it out, smoked it, let it fill my lungs. Blew it out and let it go, but I still feel the burn. The world is turning faster, entropy is tough. I watch my people dying way too often, what the fuck? I wish that I could do more while my peers ignoring stuff. They say honestly, one of my favorite producers. This is what happened. Shut. Pac said if I don't stand for something, I fought for anything. I never go down without a fight, that's on my wedding ring. I'm a prize fighter, better recognize your second string. Leave you in the ground, I see a family at the sentencing. My conviction is strong. It's been that way since I was toddling. I'll die on a hill, no code switching, done with bothering. Hide behind propaganda. Right. If you don't see tomorrows, then you're probably a racist, likely a bigot and a problem. Fuck Trump, fuck the old right, you faux Nazis. Oh, you like the voluminous vocals tab. Thank you, I did this mix myself. But you back the wrong party. Why, thank you. I did this mix. I'm glad you like it. You can't even hide it, your insecurity is peaking. Sorry, now when I do write or record anything, it's literally just to get shit off my chest. The smell of your hatred is thank you so much. I'm glad you liked it. Your schizophrenic fantasies have never been truth-seeking. All right, let's get Trent to the top here, man. Digit, we'll get you in the skips, too. Yeah. I love Kenny, bro. One of my favorite producers, hands down. Forever, 863, Dre Lee. Facts, Steve-O. I'm not going to say it out loud. I know the motherfuckers are listening. But yes, I agree. The long way. Fine, Murray. We do only have a couple minutes left, but I'm going to try and get a couple free ones before we get done. This is Dre Lee, Forever 863. Final version of the song releases in a couple days. Okay, put this in the release calendar. This bass is knocking on this one again, bro. Be careful of that in these mixes. It does feel good, though. You got Jam Cash on this, too. Dre Lee, 863. If you're rocking with this one. And then John Cash on this too. John_Cash. Also an artist I fuck with, so that's tough. Simpson says this is vibey. Trent says the production's cold. I agree, vocals could definitely come up in this mix a little bit. That sub is a little overpowering. That's the one thing we probably said to Dre the most. But the writing is great again, and the vocal tone delivery is really good. Hey man, all those things, Taraj, all those things and more, bro. Long live rap music. Shout out to all immigrants, bro. This rap shit ain't what you niggas made it out to be, but I'm forever 863. I told my fucking brother keep maintaining this innocence. Don't worry, bro. You're in an ad. We're fucking with it. You can catch the VOD on YouTube as soon as we get off, too. We are gonna hit a raid after we get done, so stick around. I'll take you to another music streamer you can send your music to. It is tough, bro. Like, I will say, outside of the mixes specifically, which is really the only thing that I can point to, with Dre is really needing to improve, I'm really enjoying the music. 452 is a very long song, though, so that's just something I would say about this one. This is John Cash right here, too. This song is good. I hope that Spotify doesn't fuck this up when they put it in. Because even right now, it sounds okay. The vocals could come up a little bit, but at the end of the day, it still feels kind of good. I feel like this one would go on the playlist for sure. Depending on, you know, how it sounds when it comes on Spotify. But Trent says he's sliding on this too. Trent, you are up next, by the way. got a real nice bounce to it. I enjoyed this. Why do I feel like the song is about to end, though? Is that 4:52 runtime just the tail of the song? Oh, final version. So is there another verses going here? It's over? Okay, okay. Make sure you cut that file down from 4:52 to whatever the length of the song is when you upload it for the final. Just cause. I mean, like, you don't want to have all that extra tail on there.
Save on premium.
Trent 3PM, whatever you need. Another artist I really fuck with from the community. Consistently have really enjoyed his music as well. Trent 3PM on Instagram. Yeah, just double check. Because that's one thing that I do sometimes with bounces. Like when you have that fucking silent tail on the end by accident. Trent 3PM on Instagram. Shout out to my guy Kyle Washington also. And 3 Past Midnight, which is that group. Trent and John. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're close to the end of the stream, but we got a couple more songs to get through. And then we're gonna hit a raid. This has got such a nice bounce to it. Again, at Trent 3PM on Instagram. Jangy, you did not get played. We have 3 more songs left in the stream. We did some free skips, so we didn't do a free skip section yet today. We had a lot of paid skips today. It's okay. There's a lot of ways you can send me music, bro. I always tell people this. If you don't get played on stream, there's other ways you can send me music too. They're all equally as free and easy too. Just saying, put it in the release calendar. Put it in the songs in the comments. I'm gonna listen to them. It's just me listening. Dre Lee says I fuck with this. I do too, man. Make sure you tap in. Trent 3PM, based in Carson, California right now. But definitely check out the 3 Past Midnight music too, because that music has got this crazy West Coast bounce. Really good feel on the vocals on both of them on that too. This is produced by BYLN Beats and mixed by Dart. Good mix on this.
And I promise light of sleepless nights, hand over hearts with the God.
Steve says I like this a lot. This is right in the sweet spot for me. Like, it's rare that a music in this, like a song in this space, doesn't appeal to me, especially if it's good. And in this case, it's well written, it's well performed, it's mixed well. Those are all the things that I'm looking for, you know.
Got a feelings playing with fire, can't trust it. Disbelief I swallow my pride. You got ugly, never seen you standing in line. Don't touch
got a really good bounce to it. Never underestimate too. I feel like this is something I think about a lot. Never underestimate how much the bounce of the production can really sell someone on the fucking song. If the shit feels good, I mean, that's like the goal, right? At the end of the day, is make music that feels good and makes people feel something. So don't, you know, sometimes like feedback, yeah, it's all good. But if the bounce is good and the feeling of the song is good, that's what you need. That's what you need to focus on. Whatever you need. Trent 3PM. I fuck with that, man. At Trent 3PM, at 3 Past Midnight on Instagram. Make sure you go tap in with them if you haven't. That one's called Whatever You Need. We got Synthra. We got Murray Wade. And we got Digi. And then we'll go hit a raid after that. Really, really dope. Great work, man. You know I'm a fan of yours too, so just keep sending stuff over. Synthra, Heartless. A bit of a vibe switch I think we're getting right now, but that's fine. Hey, look, if you hit shit you like, go follow people, man. It's easy. I love like trying to push you guys to do that, because at the end of the day, community is such a huge part of music, and just networking and knowing people in different places. Like, definitely network with each other. We're gonna do some IRL stuff this year too. I'm working on planning some in real life activations and events for the community this year. So you'll see some stuff popping up in the near future. If this is drum and bass, just know that I'm a huge drum and bass fan, so you found the right place. It feels like it's going the DNB way. It's got the drum and bass tempo. What is this, 160, 170? I mean, I love it so far. Great tension build. It's all about this drop now and what happens with the synths and the bass. Really good delayed drop there. This is pretty solid. I do wish that the bass was maybe a little bit heavier on the low end. It does feel like it's in the mid-lows a little bit more, but I want to hit those low-lows where it kind of like rumble a bit more. Pacing-wise, it's really good, and synth selection is really good. Like, the sound design is cool. I like the vocal sample a lot, too. It's just that low end, for me, isn't maybe as heavy as it should be yet. Let us know what you think in the chat, though, especially if you're a producer. I love a little drum and bass, so for me, there's a lot of pluses to this. Would listen to this for sure. You could add some more drops, some more variation, I think, in this chorus section. That's maybe one of the things that I hear from like some of the, you know, the Chase and Statuses of the world, you know what I mean? But I think more than anything, for me, the biggest thing here is that low end, and just making it rumble a little bit more than it does. So far, the arrangements have been really solid. Like, that first drop was really nice. Let's see when everything drops out here. We're going to build again with some more tension. I'm wondering if there's going to be a switch up in this second drop. I do like jungle as well, yeah. Jungle, drum and bass, UK garage. That's kind of where I sit. A little bass house and electronic. I'm not the biggest dubstep fan. I'm not the biggest like tropical house fan. Like all that kind of stuff. But like the pop, like electronic stuff doesn't really do it for me. But right now I'm really fucking with like Jiggets and like people kind of in that space. Yeah, I'm like pretty picky with electronic, to be honest. But there's very like specific subgenres of it that I just love and I can't get enough of. And jungle, garage, UK, so like jungle, garage, and drum and bass is definitely like the peak of electronic for me. This is a really good build-up right here. I'm loving the horns. It's very cinematic. You also could probably get me with a little hard style as well. I do like hard style. That's like a weird thing that I'm super into. A very unexpected turn for me to be like, I love hard style. People are always like, what? Okay, so this build-up might be ever so slightly too long. I feel like you could cut this down by like maybe 8 bars, maybe 4 bars and be okay. Good drop though into this final drop. And the way that energy picks back up too when you get into the build here is really nice. I mean, yeah, you should look, if you've never put a song out, you should definitely put it out. I would just do some final tweets on that low end. That's it. Yeah, 450 is maybe a bit long. I will say for electronic, that's a little bit more common. Like the length of track is maybe not as crazy in the electronic space, but I think it would be worth maybe doing a radio edit that was maybe a little bit shorter as well. Only producing for a year and a half, that's crazy. I mean, good job. I mean, for a year and a half, this is pretty solid. I don't know that there's all that much feedback. The mix is really solid. It's really just that low end and making sure that it hits harder. Obviously, you don't want it to be overpowering, but generally, pretty good, man. Synthra_ on Instagram. Definitely going to follow. From Bristol. Shout out to Bristol, man. I love that. Fucking turn up. Definitely want to hear more. Great job. Great work, honestly. Hoopty. Bucks official. Best song out of the DMV. Melodic, catchy, replay value. Hoopty, man. That's like one of my favorite southern slang terms, I think, is hoopty. I've always loved that. Tomatensaft. What's up? How's it going? Welcome. It is crazy. A year is not a long time to be producing for. It's something that takes a lot of time to work. It takes a lot of time to work on too. That's it. That's literally the only thing I can point to as being like a standout thing. But really cool. Great job.
I want these demons out my life, but I don't pray now. And I knew that bitch was lying, she said no breaking out.
This reminds me of something. Why do I feel like I've heard this beat before?
I leveled up, but I'm still gonna try that hootie dog.
I actually do like this. I'm gonna save this. The beat reminds me of something though. What fucking song am I thinking of?
Wasn't feeling motivated. Girl, I was in love and I don't know how to gotta say. And wanna take you from that nigga, so I wait. So I want loyalty, 'cause love
What is that? Fucking DaBaby and 6ix9ine?
I want love over it. Where my friends go, it's like they all evaporated. Niggas
I think it's DaBaby, right? Rockstar?
niggas done got traded. Yeah. She said she gon' leave. She don't like how she was treated. Feel it in the air, just like Benny Siegel.
Yeah, featuring Roddy Ricch. Sorry, Rockstar with Roddy Ricch and DaBaby. This beat reminds me of this for some reason. I like this. I think this is really solid. Bucks official, BUXX official on Instagram. Let us know what you think in the chat. But for me, this is solid. I would listen to this. This went on the playlist almost immediately. I don't disagree. Melodic, catchy, replay value. It does have those things. Probably need this artist to do a little bit more on the social side of things, but I mean, this is the right things to be doing. So it looks like he's willing to do the work, which is good. Shout out to Jack Paparazzi who did that visual. With the right push, this song does well. Solid. I'm not a massive fan of the autotune on the vocals, but that's just me. See, I'm the opposite, where I'm like a huge fan of autotune vocals. So I can always, like, I'll always vibe with it. I do like this though. I'd be curious to hear more from this artist as well and just see what's up. This is a solid single. It definitely just needs to get in front of the right people, get the right kind of push. Yeah, that's the thing too. Music is so subjective. That's why I'm never like, oh, like my opinion means more than anyone else's. Like everyone's opinion is valid, and it's important that we get well-rounded opinions for artists because I think it helps them figure out what to take seriously and what to ignore. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is like your creativity, your art. Like I would never tell anyone like you have to do this way or you have to do this. But it's just gonna be subjectively how I feel listening to things and what I hear and what catches my ear. Purely just because I listen to a lot of music all the time. So for people who do care, then you can get that feedback and maybe it helps you figure, think about things in a different way and spark maybe a different style of inspiration or something new that you can pull into your music. That's really what this is about. It's not like, I don't think my opinion is like the fucking end all be all by any means. Bucks official on Instagram. That one's called Hoopty. I like that. 335, pretty easy to listen. Murray Wade, Digi, Synthra, and then we are gonna hit a raid. Sorry, you guys keep hitting me with these fucking paid skips. Alright, every day the same. Second version. Okay, this is much louder. One thing to be careful of in this one, Murray, that snare is now quite loud. I'm excited to hear it, Synthra, honestly. I do feel like the vocals are really balanced. The vocals feel really nice. That snare is now maybe just hitting a little hard. Vocals sound really good on this though right now. I can't remember what I said last time. Same pick, I changed frames, and I changed clips with same rim. Having to take trips to vacate. So I actually love where the vocals sit on this now. I think the harmonies, everything feel really good. Just keep an eye out for that snare. You know what I mean? But the way the harmonies sit now is so nice. There's so much like balance to the harmonies. Guitars coming through really nice. It's good tone. What changed about this from the last version, I guess, is a good question for you in the chat. Like, what are the big changes between last version and this version? I do feel like I'm hearing these vocal harmonies way clearer, and it's very like enthralling in a cool way. Yeah, we've been going for 2 hours, so I'm technically over right now, but we had a couple more paid skips come in, so I'm just doing those. But I'm back on Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can join us tomorrow for a live Q&A in the Discord with Ben Lockyer, who's an entertainment attorney, so he'll be answering questions for people in the community tomorrow. So for anybody in the chat, too, if you want to join, you can ask questions. Ben is like a seasoned music industry professional and entertainment attorney, so make sure you tap in under the Discord as well. Vantadom, what's good? We are, so I'm gonna close the queue. Just for everybody who's in here, please don't submit more right now. Just because I have like 2 songs left and then I'm gonna go eat dinner. It's late, I'm tired. But I do really like the feeling on this one. Vantadom, definitely come back. We are live every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8. I really like the feel, just want the vocals to be a little clearer. I'm kind of okay with the vocal because I do think that stylistically that is kind of Murray's sound and thing, right? Like that's kind of the way it feels. So stylistically, I kind of like it. But the one thing that I will say is the snare's kind of hitting a little too hard on this one now. But the harmonies are really good. They just like suck you in. You know what I mean? Yeah, Vantadom next time. And if you, in the meantime, if you guys have any releases that are coming out, you can use the release calendar in my link in bio as well and just submit your music there. And we have a series on Instagram called Songs from the Comments where I do just listen to the comments and what you guys leave me there. So that can be your music, friends' music, clients' music, whatever you want. But I go through that every single week. We just dropped a new one today, so if you want to go submit that, you can too. All right, Turn the Light Off by Digit, and then Synthra, and then we are out. We're going to hit a quick raid afterwards as well. Yeah, man, that one sounded really good. I do hear the difference. I'm just trying to put my finger on what exactly the changes were. But that one's feeling really good. It's just the snare. That's fair, Synthra. Totally fair. All right, Digit HXI. Okay, I like the production on this one. Be careful of like too nasally of a vocal. That's maybe the one thing that's catching my ear right now, just from a vocal performance standpoint. It does get a little nasally at times. So try to sing from your diaphragm and not from like here, right? When it's tuned, it doesn't feel as bad, but I think maybe just in that verse section. Production's really, really cool though. Beat's really, really nice. Writing's pretty solid as well. Just be careful of it getting nasally. That's maybe the only thing I can really point to. And again, socials are digit_HXI on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with us. Let's see who's on right now. Doesn't look like any of the homies are on tonight, so maybe we won't iterate and we'll just dip. Bro, I'm tired as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. The melody's really good too, like honestly, this lead melody is really solid on the vocal side. It's just kind of like at those times where it gets a little nasally or a little shaky. That's maybe the only things that really catch my ear. This is a demo too, so maybe that's it. In the final version, I'm sure you'll fix those things. But pretty solid. It's a cool idea. Yeah, there was like a huge outage today across the internet of like a bunch of like platforms, websites, stuff like that. So a lot of things were broken. I wasn't even sure if I'd be able to stream tonight, but it worked. So, Rob will, don't you worry, bro. I will. Though I will be up tonight at midnight making sure this release gets out properly from Anto and one of our distro clients. So it's not necessarily going to be today or tomorrow, but this weekend, I'm resting for sure. All right, Synth or Ghost Mode. This is our last one for tonight. And then we'll be done. Shout out to everybody. If you've been in here the whole time, thank you. If you came in, hey, you left, thank you for being here. If you sent music, thank you for being here. Make sure you follow us, subscribe on the YouTube if you want to go catch the VOD, and some interviews will be dropping soon too. Check us out on Kayvan's House on Instagram, and then join the Discord because we have that Q&A tomorrow night. All right, I see Arawadi in here too. You know Ira? Shout out to Arawadi, bro. I fuck with him. I'll let you know. Genre, I think, is kind of, like, in my opinion, though, genre's kind of dead. I don't really care about genre like that. I like stuff that blends genres. This is sick already. Wadi might go. Wadi he's sick, bro. I fuck with that dude. I mean, I would probably lean drum and bass or jungle for this as well, just off of the tempo and the drums. I would probably lean drum and bass or jungle. Those feel like the most realistic ones, to be honest. Really sick bass work on this one. The melodic choices are great. Also, these little edits, these little like, whew. Rayon, we're actually done. So this is the last song that we're gonna play tonight, but don't worry, we're back on Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can also submit on my Instagram on the pinned post, the first one that's up there. If you have new music, you can drop it in the release calendar, and we do have a free Q&A in the Discord tomorrow too, so make sure you get in there. But we are back on Monday for another stream. 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time is the schedule every Monday and Thursday. But yeah, we've gone through 36 songs tonight. There was 52 in the queue, so we don't always get to every song. Today we had a lot of paid skips, so that's why we didn't get to as much as we usually would. But usually there's like a free skip section during the stream, and then every 5 paid skips I do a free random skip as well. So I like this a lot. I think one thing that you could do, and this is just maybe more so for the length of the song and arrangement, moving maybe a little bit quicker, is I've noticed that when you go into this breakdown section in the second part, it's usually like, like 16 bars, like a full verse. You could probably cut this build-up down, and I think it would help everything flow a little bit easier, and then probably also get you closer to the 3.5 minute mark or 4 minute mark, which is a little bit more digestible, I think, for most audiences now. Like, I think a lot of people shy away from the longer songs in general. And that's maybe the only thing I would say on an arrangement standpoint is, like, these breakdown sections are a little longer, but they're really good. And then the build up back to the drop again, maybe that's what could be shorter. I feel like you could trim off even 4 bars from each of these individual sections, and it would probably do the thing that I'm talking about, you know what I mean, without detracting too much from the actual arrangement of the song. Yeah, I think of this track I've let the breakdown longer because I'm expecting the second drop to be favored in live. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, from a commercial standpoint, I think about this all the time, and I think just longer songs with most people are tough because the attention spans are shorter generally. So for a lot of, like, more, like, if you're trying to, like, pitch the playlist and, like, get it on certain things, I would generally err towards trying to do a shorter version and then have the extended version. You could honestly release both. The shorter version maybe hits for playlisting more. The longer version probably hits for DJ sets and back, like, actually being in people's sets more. And I know DJs want the longer versions usually, which is why we get the extended mix, right? So it might be worth doing both versions of it. Releasing both versions. Then you have 2 releases you can do. You can do the first one. You can come back to the alternate version and have another chance to pitch to people. And bring new life to the song after it's been out for a little bit too. So maybe start thinking about it like that. You know what I mean? But honestly, production-wise, like, purely off the strength of, like, the drum selection and the synth work and the bass work and the musicality aspect of it, unbelievable. These are sick. Arrangement and then maybe that low-end mix on the last one that we listened to are the only things I could really point to in both of these as being things to think about, but I really fuck with both of these a lot. Really, really great work. All right. A successful stream. I'm tired as fuck. I gotta go organize some meetings for tomorrow before I go to bed. Ugh, no. But we're back. Next Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Appreciate you guys again. Make sure you tap in with all the other free opportunities we have. And tomorrow night, that Discord Q&A with Ben Locke here, Entertainment Attorney, is gonna be a really, really good resource for you all. So make sure you tap in. And I will see you next week. Have a great weekend. I'm glad you found her too. Have a great, enjoyable time. Be safe. We'll see you soon. All right. Keep your eyes open for New Music Friday playlist this weekend as well. Peace. Yeah, I leave real fucking quick. I'm not. I leave real quick. See you guys. I got friends I've been watching the back door. That ain't your bitch, took it down in the bando. Load up the stick and it hang out the window. Loaded the shit, nigga smoking on endo. Yeah, I know you here now where you been though. Soon as I walked around, shawty been though. Got away in my bed, what I been on. Bought my number, throw right at your window. I say shawty, you tweaking divide. I'm shorter than lean, I'm talking to God. I'm sorry, she told me I hope that you die. I crash out, I hold on. I just want cash out on a brand new boutique. Stay on peepers, I'm clutching my teeth. That bitch need me foul, I ain't calling the tick. No contact, ain't no calling a tick. A bitch gon' eat up the sauce for bread. Got this shit out of dirt, got this shit out of mud. I been tripping, I'm sipping on mud. You love me, lean, girl, what the fuck? I'm done, I'm leaving, look what you done. I'm done, I'm bleeding, look what you done. I ain't right, nothing, straight out the head.